You're watching Poindexter Lounge. You already know. You're watching Poindexter Lounge for the unity.
Nicotina's mom! Oh, yeah! Nicotina's mom!
Poindexter, you're getting all excited.
Well, howdy, partners. Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh Cowboy Nerd Guy. Welcome. Yes, I practiced that one. I practiced that one over and over again, and it shows. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, a.k.a. Enosh Fett, along with the lovely
Dawson Weidrich from Nerdy in Many Ways.
Yes, branding. It's all about branding,
Indeed.
folks. And hey, it is good to have you with us in the lounge tonight. Now, look, if this is your first time to the lounge, you're probably thinking, what the heck is going on here? I don't know that I'm
more
gonna
accurately, what the darn tootin' is happening here?
That rootin', tootin', shooting, booting, snake in my boot. I don't know. Anyways, no, look, hey, this is the Poindexter Lounge. We're a bunch of nerds here. And we love a bunch of nerd stuff. So if you're into things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, cowboy hats, apparently, and so much more, then you have found the right place. So please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know when we put out new videos, because we're constantly putting out new content. This guy's putting out more content than I am. This guy's like waking up in the morning, like sneaking content. He's like recording stuff when I'm not looking so that he can put in the content.
Asleep.
And I'm like, what the freaking heck, man? We're like walking around here and you're putting in content. You're recording content. Whatever. Okay. Anyway.
You were asleep, my man. I was being respectful. I didn't want to disturb you. You had
He's trying to beat me to the punch, folks.
You had driven 20 hours in 2 days. I figured
exactly. He was taking advantage. He was taking advantage of the fact that I was exhausted and lost my voice. Anyway, no, I'm just messing out. Well, we'll see if Dawson makes it home. It's Dawson versus Enosh. Actually, stay tuned, folks. We have an exclusive clip.
Oh no!
From Zack Snyder's Justice League tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So stay tuned for that. You're not going to want to miss this. This is amazing. I can't believe that we secured this. But you know, we've been doing a lot of stuff this week, and we got a lot to share. So hey, if you're into those kind of things, then please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know when we put out videos. We want you to be here, and we want you to be a part of this growing community of nerds. Now, I'm going to take this cowboy hat off because I just did that for my Macho Man stuff. So,
and your hat is gone.
Yeah, and my hat's gone. All right. So hey, tonight we got a lot of stuff to cover. Like the Bandit song that we don't know all the words to. We got a long way to go, but there sure ain't time to get there for sure. All right, we got a short time.
Sure ain't time to get there.
Sure ain't time to get there. All right, but hey, just want to say a quick shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. Thank you all for sticking with us here at the Poindexter Lounge. A lot of you know that we had a computer meltdown last week. We're still running on skeleton crews and fun stuff, but that's going to be fixed here in the next week or so, next couple weeks. So lots of fun stuff for that. If you caught our trip, we just got back from Metropolis, Illinois.
Yeah, I did.
How did you feel about the trip in general, Dawson?
I mean, it was fun. I mean, it was great conversations the entire time. We had a couple of good streams, even though the connection was not necessarily our friend the entire time. But it was a great time.
From the car,
yeah,
you can see me buy the hat.
Yeah, like no joke. I was manning the stream, and then all of a sudden I look, and Enosh is pumping gas while wearing a cowboy hat. All of a sudden, I was like, "Who is this cowboy that infiltrated and took Enosh's keys and is pumping gas for him? Like, who did this?" But no, it was a very fun trip. I'd never been to the Superman Museum in Metropolis, Illinois. I'd never been to Metropolis, Illinois in general. So that was a very good time.
You would have remembered it.
I would have definitely remembered.
You'd have probably remembered it, given all the stuff that's in Metropolis, Illinois. I mean, you go to the gas station, and there's a Superman section. So
Yeah, they have a little cutout that people take pictures with their heads. Like I have a really good picture actually, where it looks so dang good. Where like it looks like I belong to the Superman body, just because
we may be showing some photos. We're gonna show some photos along the way. But first of all, let's say hi to everybody who's here. What's up, Amanda Colbert?
What's up, Amanda?
Hey, we just saw her yesterday. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too, because not only did we go to the Superman
party.
Museum, we also went to BVS Comes Home in Detroit. So we did like 20 hours on the road.
Yeah, in 2 days.
In 2 days, we literally drove down there, drove back, got back in time to get up yesterday, go see BVS, which we're going to talk about it. But oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely get into that.
It was so much fun. So many people from the community, from the Snyder community and stuff that showed up, and we got pictures of that. And so we're going to share that with you. And then today, we just kind of hung out for a little while. We actually got to hang out for a little while today.
Yeah, we actually got to kind of breathe,
Didn't have any place we necessarily had to be, but lots of stuff came out this weekend. We were going to talk about pictures of the new McFarlane toys.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. There were some the
teasers.
The teasers dropped this weekend. Also, while we were gone, I mean, just as we were leaving, actually, we got all the storyboards.
Oh yeah, in the Dallas or Houston display, whichever city that is. Yeah,
for Justice League 2 and 3. So lots of stuff.
Yeah,
this weekend, man. We picked a weekend to for you to be here, man.
Seriously,
it was something else. But what's up, Amanda? What's up, Steve Brown? Good to see you. Yep, it's going to start. We're right here, for sure. What's up, Katsuka? Good to see you. Kenneth in the house with Dawson. Dawson is here.
Indeed.
And oops. I was thinking, I'm on this laptop that's lagging just ever so slightly, but it's okay because we got Dawson. Dawson. Ah! Heck yeah!
The grunt
we got
at the
Dawson.
end is a little disturbing.
What's up? What's up, Jacob? What's up,
Jacob.
Kinky Sphincter? Good to see
Kinky.
you. Noel, good to see you.
What's up, man?
Bradley, good to see you up in here. Always good to see Bradley up in here. Arctic Conquest. What's up, Arctic Conquest? Man, I haven't seen you in so long. It's good to see you. Brian Master of None. He's going to be on the show tonight. So we're not going to talk about him. No, just kidding. Lucas, what's going on? What's good? Good to see you. Hey, Tony, I think I sent you a link, man. If you're free, go ahead and feel free to join in. What's up, Sophie?
Hey,
always good to see Sophie. Oh, Sophie is in the house. Brings a smile to our faces when we see Sophie. Oh, and okay, here we go. It's jumping around. T.W. McKay up in there.
It's Dawson and Doug Dimmadome. Doug Dimmadome, yes. Oh my gosh. That is kind of a deep cut. That is a deep cut. That's much respect. That's awesome. I've forgotten so much all about that character. That's hilarious.
Yes, and then Tiff Tastic is your cool hats from Two Wild and Crazy Guys. That's what we are. We're two wild and crazy guys, man. Especially with what we just got done doing. Lena Deli, good to see you.
What's up, Lena Deli?
What's up, Andy? Aaron Entertainment, good to see
What's
you.
up?
Pop Culture Corner.
What's up, Tyler?
What's going on? Jacob in the house here, and so many more. 187.
What's up, 187?
In the house. Good to see you, 187. McLovin's in here. Yova Rods is in here. Oh, so many. Anthony, whoops, it totally moved. Anthony Strader is in here. What's good? Prince Goro is in here. Mike Quish is in here. Good to see you. Yes. So what did we think of WandaVision? We actually talk about that in a video that we did on the way back from there. We might get to that a little bit and just kind of give our final thoughts on WandaVision for sure. And of course, Jacob Torres, good to see you all. All right. So we got lots of stuff to cover, and he's got to get up in the morning and I got to take him to the airport. So we got to jump on this stuff. All right. So here we go. We're going to bring in a couple of people. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brian, Master of None. What's going on, Brian? How you doing, man?
I was going to say something in the comments, but they kicked me out. So I'm just going to do it here.
Uh-oh.
Hold on to your butts. Sorry,
Yes.
one of my favorite
That's
parts of
awesome.
Jurassic Park.
Heck yeah.
It deleted my comment. I put that in there, and YouTube's like, I don't think so. I'm like,
You said but.
and I didn't use 2 T's. I used 1.
We know you did.
That's
Andy.
what it was. They were being grammar Nazis.
But they allow this. We
Yeah.
we know you do, Andy. We know.
Yeah.
We do. Okay. So and then also we've got also in the stream TW McKay. What's going on, TW? How you doing, sir?
I'm good. And Enosh, Bo and Luke say hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that was a Dukes of Hazzard reference for those who can catch that.
I am aware. I am very much aware of Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, no, I know you are. I'm talking about the
I
chat.
love me some Dukes of Hazzard. That brings
Duke boys are at it again.
and Duke
I guess
boys.
if you guys ever lag, I could just do like a slide guitar. Now, Boss Hog is on the trail of the Duke boys for the last 2-3 weeks.
Right. Okay, so I got a
Anus.
Venus. You know what? I met him, and he is a super nice guy, man.
Nice.
He is so nice. I couldn't have asked for a better meeting actually than when I met him, for sure. He was super nice, and yeah, just had a really good time with him for sure.
Indeed.
So,
Indeed.
So I'm just sending out a couple of things here, and then we will get started on all the stuff that's going down, man. Did you guys have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Did you guys have a good
I
weekend?
wasn't sure it was going first. Yeah, I had a pretty good weekend. I had the weekend off of work, so it was kind of nice to just relax, watch some hockey, and that was pretty much all I did.
Nice.
All right.
Who was playing this weekend?
It was Toronto, Vancouver, and Washington and Boston were playing. That's why when I was on the stream, when I popped into Max's stream the other night when Brian was on, and I put in the comments, I said jokingly, I'm not into cancel culture, but I'm sort of for canceling Tom Wilson.
Yeah, my older brother's a huge Washington Capitals fan. So
yes. So yeah, you're probably vaguely aware of the player I'm talking about.
very vaguely. Like, I'm not as much into hockey as my older brother is, but
All right. All right, so folks, we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. We're gonna start talking about some of the stuff. First of all, I got to show you something really fun. That so earlier tonight, my son has a what is that thing called?
Oculus.
An Oculus, right? And so Dawson, Dawson, man, you got some pretty good rhythm.
I mean, I did used to be a drummer, so
In another life.
well, back in a couple years ago.
I already know it's
Just
gonna be
a
good.
couple years ago.
Just a couple years ago,
All right. So I wanted to show you guys this. I thought it was classic Dawson. You're going to see a side of Dawson here that you maybe never seen before. If I can find the window, and I just did.
Enosh?
I don't know. I'm looking for the window, man.
Why is the carpet all wet, Todd?
I don't know, Margot.
All right, let's see if it'll work. Is it going to work? It's totally lagging, but it's even better when it's lagging. I think. Look at it.
Oh yeah, so it looks so graceful.
It looks like you're like bringing in the airplanes.
Like flying this way.
I have a question. Do you have to like duck through doorways there or something? You look really
Yeah, you
tall.
have to duck beneath boxes. Oh, me? Like actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a segment of the kitchen that's like just barely taller than I am, so I kind of have to duck a little bit just in case. So, indeed, I do. How close did you get to me?
Oh, I got pretty close. I got another video where I got even closer because I filmed it long ways, and yeah, that one was
We
lots of
got
fun.
Boomer Dawson playing.
Yeah, I never played any virtual reality before, so
Look at Dawson go. Now you can't hear the music. I figured it was better anyways if there's no music because like then we don't have to worry about getting copyright claim.
yeah.
But we'll just I'll have to put this to a bunch of stuff so you can actually see it in real time.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was going to do this because I'm using this computer. It's like doom 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 doom
See, I'm just like picturing like what's that Around the World song from Daft Punk?
Yeah.
I like step from side to side.
Turn around, tell me what you see.
Are you playing DDR too? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, something like that.
Now he's definitely directing the airplanes.
I see. Tiff gets it. She's like, you need to put this on dubstep. For sure, I do. For sure, I do. Doom, 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 dooms, 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 dooms,
Runway number 1.
I'm telling
Well,
you
it's
though.
funny. It's funny watching his son Landon do it because his son looks like he's actually like conducting dubstep.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's
like-
so crazy. Oh, hey now. Whoa.
My bad.
Whoa,
My bad.
take it easy, man.
I did not mean to do that.
Well,
I just had to go like crazy and then go up. And
Dude is like breaking stuff in the lounge, man.
my bad.
See,
All your
Dawson is
channels
like
will
the
be
Riddler.
belonging
He's
to
still
us.
in the Batcave.
But he was just like.
Intruder alert! Intruder
Taking a sip of
alert!
some America there, my friend. That's nice.
Oh my gosh, he's still going. Look at him go.
You got the married belly going on. I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't gotta work out no more.
Yeah.
The dad bod, as it were.
Yeah,
dude.
something like that. Trying to get it better, but it is what it is.
Hey,
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm way older than you. It doesn't get any better, my friend. I promise you.
Well, that's comforting. Not sure how I feel about that.
Hey, I haven't let
Dawson
myself go yet.
smash. Dawson smash.
Yes.
Not on company time.
Not unaccompanied sign. Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
like you're
funny.
using one of those Nordic tracks.
It's good to see you guys, by the way. It's nice to see you, all of you.
Hey, Tony,
Good
bud.
to see you, Tony.
Yeah,
Good
man.
to see you, sir.
My only days off, so I only get to see you 2 days a week, guys. So
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you chose today. I'm so glad that you chose today. So
Appreciate
yeah.
it.
See, so
didn't-
Sophie says you got some sick isolation moves there, Dawson.
Isolation moves.
there you go.
Amanda gets it. Amanda gets it with the Nordic tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means
So
that means she wants you to dance by yourself, by the
Dude,
way, right?
could you imagine doing
you
that?
can dance if you want to. You can leave your cares
Could
behind.
you imagine playing
Because
that
Dawson,
game?
if you dance, and if you're gonna dance, then you are a friend of mine.
They're
Imagine
from
doing the Last
Montreal.
Mohicans theme to that.
Men without hats are Canadian.
Putting what to it?
The Last
Yes.
Mohicans.
I didn't know that.
They were born in They were born in Hungary, but grew up in Montreal. So they're
Oh,
Canadian.
carry it on.
Nice.
All right, so we're going to show you guys some stuff here. So here is check this out. So here is me and Dawson. I'll
Well, this
go
is
ahead.
me.
This is Dawson. Yeah,
I was gonna say,
this
is
is
that
the
you in the
Dawson.
background, you Josh?
That's me in the background. They painted the thing since the last time I was here, so I'm
No, see,
very,
Enoch's
very
turned
happy.
into John Cena, so you can't see him.
Yeah.
There's no mask anymore.
No, there's no mask anymore. I was so happy. No mask on Superman because Superman shouldn't have a mask anyways.
Well,
He's
that's what
Superman.
I'm saying, man.
I
He could
like
I
be
get
that.
it. Just in a commercial, maybe, just tell people, look, mask up, do your thing. But, but they painted it. They've repainted it since I was there.
Nice
And
and fresh.
look at Dawson. Dawson's like, yeah, I'm here at the Superman Museum. Welcome to
Why are
Nerdy
you
in
trying
many
to scroll
ways.
Lower? What are you trying to see, Enoch?
What?
You're trying to scroll lower than it goes. You're like, we want to see more.
Well, it wouldn't go lower. So I was just okay. So here I am, and hey, what? It's going crazy. Why is it doing that? I don't know why it's doing that.
You press play.
Oh,
So it reminds me of one of those like 80s music videos.
Yeah.
It's a montage. Montage.
this thing's just going crazy now. It's just got
Are
a
you
mind
guys
of
gonna
its
get
own.
over by the end?
Maybe we might. I'll be so glad, man, when I have a computer that's like working again. So here's
all about
Dawson to me.
justice, huh?
I love. Yes, he's all about justice. I love this picture. I
That's a
love
good
this
one.
picture of me and Dawson. This is like my favorite picture of me and Dawson from the whole weekend, man. It was just so much fun.
It's Superman,
Dawson, wouldn't you say? I mean, like when I went to the Superman Museum for the first time back in the summer, I was just blown away.
Yeah.
The whole town. I mean, like they've heard me talking about this, but you guys know we're gonna talk about the brick. So look for a video. I'm not gonna show. We took video.
Yeah.
Yes.
of it. And Dawson's gonna put out a video, and as soon as Dawson puts out a video, I'm gonna steal a bunch of his footage and I'm gonna repurpose it for the stuff that I didn't get to shoot because I was interviewing people and like doing things.
We're gonna have the Enosh cut, ladies and gents.
If you want, I can just airdrop you videos. So you don't have to do
We have to wait 6 months for
I'm willing to share, unlike some
people.
people. I'm willing to share.
I've been teasing him so heavily about this, and I shouldn't. It's okay. It's all good. Whoops. This whole time you can't even see us.
There's a picture
anyway.
you need to edit right there. Okay, there's the picture you need to edit.
Oh,
and I'm not going to say a word from here, but we all know what we got to do.
Superman's my best friend.
Oh, Dawson, we should totally do this, man. We should do a parody. Well, we should recreate the song "Lazy Sunday."
Yes.
Right. But you know what we should have made. You know what we got to make it about?
Huh?
We got to make it about going to see BVS
Yes.
or Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Something like that.
Get up in the morning, in the late afternoon. Call my boy Dawson. See what he's doing. Oh my gosh.
Enosh Preview, yes, is playing in the theater.
Yeah. We're gonna go see it later. Oh. She act like she never seen a Hamilton before. All right.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Well, I'm thinking there was an Emil Hamilton joke. Is he going here?
no.
Damn.
Okay, so like I said, I love this photo here. This is a good one too.
Oh
Good
yeah.
one too. Us just chilling in front of that statue. Look, guys, if you ever get a chance to go to Metropolis, first of all, you just need to go to Metropolis. If you're a DC fan, right?
Yeah.
Right, Dawson? I mean,
Just to say you'll win.
Seriously,
yeah.
I mean, I posted about it on the Facebook group, Superman. There's a couple people that are just like, I've been there multiple times. It's like, okay, cool, flexing your nerd muscles, but good. That's awesome. It means you went there, you took the time.
yeah. We kind of got it.
It's like when people say, "Hey, I know your boss. I know this guy," and I'm like, "Hey, me too."
right? Well, like I'm glad that you went.
But did you jump the
been there.
fence and
Yeah,
Paul
me
Scott
too.
on his chest?
Oh my gosh.
It's the chronic what calls of BVS. It's the chronic what calls of BVS. It's the chronic what calls of BVS. We love the chronic what calls of BDS. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it could be really bad.
I know what that is, and we're not going on that rabbit hole today.
Thank you so much, CW.
Yeah. Sophie thinks it would be legendary. I think it would be legendary too. Amanda's into it.
Yeah.
Amanda's into it.
Isn't it legendary, or is it
It's
just
legend. Wait for it.
Legend.
And if you're lactose intolerant, be careful because the last word of this is dairy.
dairy?
Exactly. Look at that pose. Look at that pose.
Oh yeah.
We're looking good there.
I mean, you can't not go to the Superman Museum and not do a Superman pose.
Exactly. I love the branding
Tuck it in
in
next
this
time,
photo.
though, eh?
Product
I gotta say-
placement, Teespring.
Yes, I love the branding in this. I'm wearing my Poindexter Lounge hoodie. He's wearing his Nimwa hoodie. He's wearing a Nimwa hat. I'm wearing a Superman hat though because I am there. Right. So it is good.
What are you
It's
trying to
awesome.
say, Enosh?
I'm just saying. No, I don't know what I'm saying.
Just saying a Superman hat makes more sense than a Nimwa hat
Well, there you go, right
in
there.
Metropolis.
So let me tell you guys something. So we went, and the guy who actually runs this was one man's personal collection. It started off as and it's grown over 60 years. His daughter Morgan now runs it, and this is her husband Adam. And so one of the things that we got to do this time that we didn't get to do when my family went was I interviewed Morgan, and so you guys are going to get to see that video here on the Poindexter Lounge this week. But here's the thing. I interviewed her. We talked about the brick program. We talked about the museum. What did you think of Morgan? Wasn't she great?
Morgan was awesome. We talked to her for like a good solid hour after your interview with her. Like, just had a great conversation just about everything about being a nerd and loving Superman. And again, her and Adam are just fantastic people. Again, if you guys get a chance to go, say hi to them, talk to them. They're just fantastic people. Couldn't say anything negative at all about the experience with them. Like, they're just fantastic.
No, they were so great to us and treated us just so wonderful. And they were genuinely excited that we were there. And one thing that I do want to point out is Morgan and Adam have a great view on Superman.
Oh yeah.
They have a great view on DC. And also, like, they love it all, just like us.
Yeah.
And I think that's something so important, that they love all this stuff just like us, and not putting one thing above another. We need all of it. We need the Henry Cavill Superman. We need the Christopher Reeves Superman. We need the George Reeves Superman. We need it all, and it all makes up the character.
It all does. I mean, because it's an extensive history of the character going through different stages and different changes in its existence, different scenarios he's put in, the different characteristics he has, his personality at some points. Like, you need all of that to have an awesome history of the character to discuss, to add to conversation, because we just have the same thing every time. The conversation is moot.
Yeah.
There's no conversation. But if you say, like, hey, I like this thing about Henry Cavill, and they're like, well, I like this thing about Christopher Reeve, and you kind of talk about that, and it's like, this makes it more interesting because you get to explore it a little bit more.
And so one of the things that was super cool about this was, like I said, my family, when we went in the summertime, all we did was we walked through, right? We went through.
Oh, okay.
This is their downtime right now, right? Because of the winter time, and so not a lot of people come through. So we got a personal guided tour by Adam. He went and put on this awesome outfit, the Zsjl outfit. Came out, and he's like, let's go, guys. And like, we were the only ones in the museum. It was like we had run of the entire place. He let us touch props that I didn't get to touch before. Like, I got to touch and hold the crystal from Superman 4. We got to touch costumes.
We touched the muscle suits for George Reeves.
Costume.
Like, holy crap.
Like, literally, like, he's probably still got DNA on there.
Like the crystal, like the healed Superman and Superman 4.
Yeah, like I'm telling you right now, it was unreal. We got to touch these props that I didn't get to touch before. And the thing is, he also went through and explained stuff to us that I did not know before about different props that, like, you if you see for example, there was like a huge it looked like it was almost like a barn door. I mean, it was just like this huge thing of Superman, right? I mean, it was just this huge drawing, I should say, of Superman. And what was it, like 4 feet wide by like 8 feet tall or something like that?
Some along those lines, yeah.
And it looked like, if you guys know at all, Kurt Swan, who was an artist back in the day, right? And so it looked like that Superman. Come to find out, Kurt Swan drew this
on like an actual barn door.
Like it was, I don't know, it's like a piece of metal or something. Like, it was something that they used for the Superman festival there in town. Kurt Swan drew this thing full color. I've got pictures of it. You guys are gonna see it.
Awesome.
And he's telling us, he's like, Kurt Swan drew this. And the thing is like a Kurt Swan, like he was telling us, like a Kurt Swan poster, like a drawing or something like that, went for like $250,000 or something like that. And this thing is 8 feet tall by, like, oh, good. You got to be kidding me. Like,
it was insane.
I'm just saying, he was telling us stories, because I asked him, like, when he's telling us stuff like that, because I mean, they have Christopher Reeve suits.
Yeah,
they have George Reeves suits. Cool. They've got the Superboy suits from the old '80s TV show. They've got all the suits from Dean Cain, like the movie cool. Supergirl. Right,
they had flannel shirts from Smallville.
They have flannel shirts from like literally Tom Welling's flannel shirts from Smallville. Different props and things like that. And I was like, dude, please tell me you guys have excellent security. And he's like, oh yes. Oh yes. and I was and they were giving us he told us about a guy who actually did break into the museum way back in the day and stole the brown George Reeves suit.
Oh, really? Like
so if you guys don't know about that, back in the day when it was in black and white, when it was in black and white, they filmed it with a brown suit because it looked better in black and white than filming it in full color. Now, when they went to color, they went, right? Yeah. What's that?
It was like knitted, right? It was like
it was kind of it was a wool. Yeah, it was a wool. Yeah, because you could see it. Dude. And so they had that, and like this guy came and broke in, stole the brown suit, and was stupid. Tried to go up to Chicago and sell it. And
I saw
the people
something like I
Who
saw
the
something
fuck
like
you gonna
that.
sell that to? That doesn't
Like the Snyder Cut poster, right? Like the bus
yes.
poster
Yeah.
that just happened not too long ago. But I was thinking of like the brown suit thing. It reminds me of what was it? Like the old like Gibson Les Pauls. Like they used to have to be like that mustard yellow just so it would show up as white on TV.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was really interesting, and I always loved seeing all the crazy colors of what these things actually looked like when you were filming them, just to make it look correct for black and white.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. So like I said, getting walked around, getting a personal tour. Why don't you tell him about the cape mechanism?
Yeah. So
He actually took us back into the museum. We were done.
because we overlooked this thing. Because when we
Were
go
you
through, we see
filming?
this. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I filmed all of this. I filmed all of this.
So is this
and-
why he brought you back in though? Is what I'm asking. Is like so you
No,
guys
he
were
just wanted
filming.
to tell us about this because he had met. No. He had mentioned this thing to us,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
and then he forgot to show it to us because of where it was. Because we'll talk about this in a second. Why? But yeah, tell him what it was.
Yeah, so you guys know in the Christopher Reeve movies when they have flying scenes, the cape is flapping in the wind essentially. Now, a lot of people would think, oh, it just simply had him in a harness and like blew a giant fan at him. That just kind of makes sense. It didn't work like that. The cape wouldn't like flap the right way. So essentially what they did is they had this mechanism with gears that would like these little poles that go inside little stitched pockets in the cape and would make it wave like this, like with a little gear, and it did like that. And they had the wires and the cables, and they had it like above like a little walkway. And I just looked up and I just thought like, okay, that's a little weird prop, but it was actually the cables that would be on the cape and make it flap instead of like actual wind, because it just wouldn't work otherwise. So it's just the coolest thing to see like where all the parts were, because like they had some parts missing, but like you could see where it's strapped to the body. And we saw the suit we saw of Christopher Reeve was a flight suit, which they used for those scenes where he's flying. It's like they had the stitches in the back or
Because
the
they had
side.
different suits.
Yeah, because you had to have different stitches in the side in order to get things like put on and everything. It was just so freaking cool.
I mean, I'm telling you guys. I mean, they have boots from Nuclear Man, something that I didn't even know. Okay, so
What, the
here's
gold
something.
boots?
So
The
here's
gold
something
boots?
that's no, it's black. They were black boots. But here's something that's interesting about Nuclear Man. You guys remember the scene in Superman 4 where Nuclear Man arrives and he walks on the ground and it burns in his footprints into the ground?
Okay.
So that is a practical effect. And
Mhm.
here's how they did it. They have the actual boots there. They put irons, heating elements on the bottom of those boots. It's like that thick and metal. And then they had him walk across a special carpet that burned that into the ground.
That's really creative. That's really
That's very
interesting.
cool.
Let me tell you something. We saw Marlon Brando's wig. Marlon Brando's wig. Literally, think about this. And here's something that
And all
he said to
Christopher
us.
Reeve's wigs.
Because yeah, they got Christopher Reeve's wigs there, right? You know, from the movie and stuff. And they got boots from General Zod and the other villains and stuff. And that's all cool. But think about this. So he was standing there wearing this outfit, right? That looks just like, you know, Marlon Brando's outfit from the movie, right? But here's the thing. They have, you know, the glow stick that Marlon Brando holds in Superman the movie. They have that.
Oh,
And it was a moment. Think about movie greatness here. There was a moment where he says, guys, think about this. You literally have the stick that Marlon Brando held and Marlon Brando's wig. This wig was on Marlon Brando's
head.
Did you put it on?
Well, no, we couldn't touch that.
It was behind a glass casing. So.
But hey, a couple things. First of all, what's up, Matt Jarbo? Want to say hello to you. Welcome in, sir.
Oh,
Appreciate
Turbo's
you.
here.
What's going on?
Yeah. And also, I want to say real quick before we move on with some more pictures, Super Cam 1721 with a $10 super chat.
What's up?
Thank you so much, Super Cam. Let's see what can we give Super Cam.
The Jarbo.
We'll you know what that we're gonna give him this because he's kind of a big deal. We're gonna give them the Anchorman one. Here we go. Scotch. There it goes down. Down into my belly. Kind of a big deal. That escalated quickly. Do you really love the lamp? Yes, we
I
love
love
lamp.
that your laugh is still in there.
I
You
know.
didn't edit out the laugh.
My laugh is too iconic. It makes the clip.
It makes the clip, man. It makes the clip. But here says, hope y'all had an awesome trip to Metropolis.
Indeed.
We absolutely did. It says, was thinking about y'all last night during my Man of Steel watch party. Oh, that's awesome. I will go to the Superman Museum and statue hopefully next year. Hey,
Do it.
do it. This is going to be something that I think now I have to do yearly. Almost like I don't know what but I got to now get to the festival because obviously we haven't been to the festival. But we will definitely be going to the festival at some point. And so yes, thank you so much, Super Cam, for the $5 super chat. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Cold Deep, what's going on with a $5 super chat here? Says Enosh, my man. Speaking of BVS. Just imagine the Flashpoint version of the BVS opening scene with a distorted, beautiful lie. 5 years of BVS. Ooh, I like that. And we gotta give you something here because you mentioned BVS. We'll give you this. Why did you say that? There you go. So thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see how Flashpoint.
Or I guess the Flash. Yeah.
Yeah, and look who's here, Jarbo.
Well.
Oh no.
The plunger's here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He stalks me across social media.
No.
He
I
makes sure.
forgot the joke until you.
For those
brought
of you
that
who
up on
don't know the
screen.
joke, for those of you who don't know the joke, okay, so I guess I got to clear up a couple of things for everyone watching. So a couple of things. One, this plunger joke. Jarbo was on like last week, and he was talking about how he broke a plunger once, and so
In the
somebody
in the middle of a live stream, I was
Yes.
live streaming with Mad Max, and I had to go to the bathroom, and I came back and I said I broke a plunger.
So somebody geniusly went and created an account called The Plunger and has been harassing Matt ever since here on the channel, and also created a Twitter. And I followed The Plunger, and The Plunger follows me, and so there's that. And also we gotta also don't you guys just love comments like on your videos like after the fact? So somebody left a comment this week like asking about all the Nicotina references, like who the heck is Nicotina? What is all this Nicotina references and all this stuff?
Who's his mom?
Because we're who's his mom and everything. So Nicotina is our friend Andre that we stream with sometimes and we do fun things with. So there you go. All right, now we return you to your regularly scheduled
Programming.
So this was Adam. Adam took us on this amazing walk through this. We're going to show you some of this. A 3 hour. It was awesome. How Adam said this. Here we are with the statue. Could we look any happier?
I
you
just see
tell
some
that we're
really
in a happy-
inappropriate Photoshop ideas have come to mind. So,
Of course. Of course.
but not you, Dawson.
Of
You have
course.
too much
Okay,
too much teeth
we're gonna come
showing.
back to this photo. We're gonna come back to this photo. Whoops. You know what? Hold on. What happened? So this is some of our BVS comes home photos, but we're gonna get to that next.
That doesn't look Dawson, you've gained a little bit of weight.
That's not Dawson.
Grew a beard.
I know.
Oh yeah. I lost hair, grew a beard, and then got it all back within a day.
Yeah, that's not Dawson. I gotta open
Superman
up.
4 is a heck of a movie, man.
Jarbo, I'm drinking beer tonight. How do you feel about that?
I'm doing a live call-in show at 10:30, so bring your A game.
Bring your
Okay.
A-game.
It's Budweiser, so it's mostly water anyway.
Oh,
so
great.
That's true.
Great. It's gonna be Tony, the Luke drunk, the mildly drunk Canadian. It's like you're not even drinking Canadian booze, man.
No Molson's.
Look at the
You're
size.
drinking Budweiser.
I know. I actually have Coors Banquet in my fridge right now because
Oh my! You need to relinquish your Great White North passport. Like you've just failed at being a Canadian.
Dude,
You
I had a
failed.
6-pack of Lagunitas in my fridge too.
And
Like,
I guess I have.
Oh, okay, well, that one I'll allow.
I guess I have to give my
Okay.
Canadian bona fides
Petaluma.
now.
Well, I like my favorite beer is Corona, so there's, and I haven't been able to have it this last year because I just feel like if I went to the store and I bought like a sixer and I took it to the counter, they would look at me like, really, really, sir?
They
I
would
don't think
probably
would
be
care
like,
so much.
"Hey, man, how's your vagina?"
No, they're just waiting for the joke. They're like, oh, you got a case of Corona.
Yeah, no, because I legitimately enjoy drinking it. It's like I spent 15 years in Southern California. You get used to like the Mexican beer. It's good, especially with tacos.
I will demonstrate. I guess I have to give my Canadian bona fides to make up for Tony's drinking the Budweiser.
You're like, I'm just gonna go get some Timmy's and some
saying,
poutine.
Canadian Budweiser.
No, Tony. I'll show you how Canadian I am. I listen to the Hip and Kim Mitchell on my own time. That's how Canadian I am.
But you don't show us your face, TW. What the hell's up with that? Okay.
Trust me. There are horrors in the Great White North here that are never meant to be seen. No.
I grew up in the Sioux, TW. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
So
I'm
here's
confused, but okay.
I don't know. We're losing viewers with that kind of talk. All right, so we're gonna move on. And first of all, the plunger says harassment. Do you know what I've been through and seen? I've been through some crap, literally.
That's pretty good.
I'm aware. I am aware.
Up, guys? What's up, Rush? Good to see you, man. So let's show you a couple of things. So they have they've got a rock there. That's a giant piece of kryptonite.
It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
It is. It's not like
Big rock. The pioneers used to ride these things for miles.
So here's this rock that's it has an entire story with it that apparently like Clark Kent wrote the byline for, and so that's fun. And I posed on the rock. I posed on the rock here. If this computer would work. There you go. There you go. See? It says kryptonite, this glowing green meteorite, is the largest specimen of its kind known to exist. It fell to Earth shortly after the planet Krypton exploded into 1 billion fragments. It landed on the Canamore family farm. After landing, scientists rendered it powerless and totally harmless to even Superman. So you can get to pose with it and have some fun. So we had a good time. Dawson, I think that it was a great time just hanging out with you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just going cross country, doing. Even though
the nerd shop right next to the Superman Museum was closed when they said it were open.
I know.
I know. What's with the NASCAR cutouts in the background?
I was about to ask the same thing.
So this is a place called Gordon. So this is actually one of the things, guys, that I want to talk to you guys about because here's
NASCAR.
Here's a reason why. Here's a reason why you guys need to go to Metropolis because look, it's a small little town. It's been down on its luck. Okay, and they've had some stuff, but here they have it. You can see where it says American Hollywood. They have another museum there that's also owned by Jim and his family, but they had to shut it down. And it's got I don't know if you guys have seen these face molds, like these professional face molds of all these actors and stuff. Like Jim used to do that. So Jim literally has, I guess, like they said, like thousands of these face molds of like these people and like all this other memorabilia and stuff.
I mean, even in the Superman Museum, they had face molds of Christopher Reeve, Henry Cavill, they had face mold of George Reeves. Like every single person or basically any person you can think of that needed a face mold for these things, they have that, which is very, very impressive. Like they have Henry Cavill's glasses for Man of Steel, his vest that he has.
You could totally do like the Mission Impossible, and you could come in as Christopher Reeves with the face mold.
The face off. There you go. I'm curious. I love it. Marlon Brando's wig is now here. I feel the plunger's pain.
Every time I've got to say something, I look at this picture right now that we're looking at. I'm like, I feel like this is Tiff-tastic's kind of like Christmas present next year. Like, look at me.
That might be Tiff.
And Enoch said that kryptonite has no effect on him. I call BS on that one.
That's what I'm saying.
I said, you said that kryptonite has no effect on you, but I think it has a weird effect on you.
Has a weird effect on me? That's just me normally, man. Didn't you see me on like Max's stream the other day? I was like shirtless.
Yeah, that's you normally. Look at those. Look at those eyes.
You show.
Oh yeah, no. Trust me. That rock isn't the only thing that's hard in that photo.
I agree. Look at him. He's screwing the camera right there.
Just
He's
telling
going
you.
to win.
Now my
That's
goal
what-
is to try to break Dawson. That's my goal now.
Well, you know,
You
can never break me.
Tiff doesn't have to wait for Christmas.
Shower.
Tiff doesn't have to wait for Tiff doesn't have to wait for Christmas. I'm just telling
Obviously
you. Tiff doesn't have to wait for Christmas. No. We took our Dumagra and we're ready to go.
I'd like to
calendar.
extend
That's
an
February.
invitation.
Whoa! I think we got a show.
I feel like this conversation has gotten entirely too inappropriate for my childlike ears.
Oh, sure. Well, you know what? We don't.
I forgot about that.
See,
But,
I'm not even the most inappropriate guy here now that Jarbo's here, so it's great.
Right.
And
I'm
he
not
so
even
for-
that inappropriate on other people's
So
channels.
for anyone wondering why we went down to the Superman Museum, it's this right here. We went down to have
We laid
this
a
installed.
brick.
We made a brick for Zack Snyder. For all of you who are a part of
Show
this,
us the
Jarbo, you were a part of this.
Yeah.
I will not show you the video right now because there's too much prep to do it, and this computer won't handle it. So I have to put it together in a video. But you'll be able to see the brick. I hold the brick. We look at the brick. We see the brick, and it's awesome.
Did you
It
touch
looks
the
great.
brick?
We touched the brick. It's
Did they hand you a
amazing.
trowel and make you do it yourself, or they?
No. But it's very, very cool. And
that's
guys, you know, the thing is, we did this. Everyone who's been a part of the Snyder Cut movement knows just, you know, what Zach and Deborah have been through and what they've had to endure. And so to be able to go down there and see something physical like this, and I'll be honest with you, I know we're getting ready to talk about BVS Comes Home next, but it's a great transition because on the brick we put, you know, if you
Seek his monument.
if you seek his monument, look around you. And honestly, you know, we were at BVS Comes Home yesterday in Detroit watching BVS the Ultimate Edition in the theater, and it was a testament to look around us and see all the wonderful people who are a part of this thing, knowing that there's so many more thousands of people all over the globe.
Yeah.
And even talking to Morgan and Adam about this brick and like how the idea came up and the people who are involved and everything. And we're going to get Zach hooked up with the Superman Museum so that, you know, hopefully Zach can go there at some point. They filmed in Plano, Illinois, not too far from this. And so, but we want to hook up Zach with the museum because the museum is friends with everybody who's created basically all the Superman art that we've ever had.
Yeah.
Right. And so they want a better relationship with Zach specifically because they don't have a lot of stuff from Zach. They've got Lex Luthor's prison jumpsuit.
It was a test.
It was a test.
costume.
Yeah, it was a test one for that. And they've got some different things, but like, you know, they would love to discuss some more things like that with Zach and have him be a part of it. And so I was really blessed by how excited they were that this brick is a reality.
I mean, they're just fans. You know, that was the cool thing is that just talking to them, like you just feel how much they appreciate these comics, these characters and everything. Like it was very, very evident in just the way they talked about it. And it's just like, yes, these people are just fantastic. You know, it was a very good time talking to them.
Well, and you know, Dawson, you know, the thing is you and
I still got
I
the picture on top of us.
Yeah, I know. I meant to leave it up there because I was trying to find a picture where we could like have it there for just a second. Because guys, this brick right here that you all helped, like to be able to convey that to them, that people all over the world came together for this brick. Yes, people came together for this brick because to honor Zach and Deborah, and what a wonderful testament to that. But look, the museum does not get any kind of financial support from Warner Brothers, from DC. They're independent, and they need people to come together and help for this. And I'll be honest with you, as a Superman fan, as a DC fan, we need something like this. Mm-hmm. We need things like this. It is literally preserving historical pieces of Superman that need to be preserved for people to see. And they're doing a great job. And so look, you can have a brick there. You know, it doesn't have to be the big brick like this, you know, and you drop a ton of coin, but you can put a small brick, maybe for your family, maybe for a loved one, maybe for somebody that you know that loves Superman and or DC. And so, you know, I would encourage you to possibly do that, you know, and help them out. I know that they really appreciate it. You know, Morgan and Adam and Jim, I know that they would definitely appreciate it. And it also helps them to be able to bring in new pieces.
Yeah.
They said, you know, they've got a whole second floor that they don't even have renovated right now. And they said so many like thousands of pieces that aren't even on display yet because.
And some of them are even in that museum we were talking about that's closed down, like the whole Justice League section that they have.
Yeah, they have a whole Justice League section.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was blown away by that. They have a whole Justice League section that they can't even display right now. You know, because they need to be able to renovate. They need to be able to make displays so that they're not just like slapping something on the wall and like.
And they already had a ton of Justice League stuff in that first room we went through. Like they had a lot of merch from Justice League 2017, and to see they have more than that than
maybe after
crap ton they had. Like holy cow!
Yeah.
Maybe after the Snyder Cut comes out and we have our kind of fun with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share that part with you guys because, yeah, I mean, it's a great place. It really is a great place. And if you're a Superman fan and you don't smile while you're in there,
there's something wrong.
Yeah. I don't even know what to tell you because it's absolutely a tremendous place. Hey, see, I go away for a second and I got to come back and I got to read some things. What's up, Cylon Scotty?
What's up, man?
What's up, buddy? Says, glad you all had a great trip and made it back home safe. We did have a great trip. Dawson and I, we kept each other laughing in the car.
Just a great conversation the entire time. Like never a dull moment in the car. The whole 20 hours you're on the road. Like we were either streaming or having a good conversation, listening to some good music, watching some funny videos. Like it was a good time. It was a very, very good time. One of the funnest road trips I've had in a very, very long time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was so much fun. I was so glad that I was able to do this with you, Dawson.
Yeah, absolutely. Mutual.
We do a lot of streams together and having Dawson there was just fantastic. And so thank you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. It was
Absolutely,
a blast,
man. Thank you, man. It's been great hanging out with Dawson this week for sure.
What time are you flying out tomorrow, man?
I fly out at 8 a.m. So I'll get home at about noon.
So
nice.
So this is for Cylon. We got to give Cylon a fun little something here. Let's see. What do we give him? We'll give him the
so many to choose from.
I know there's so many. So we'll give him the taste like sugar. Tastes like sugar. Yeah. It's sweet.
Just that sweet.
So sweet. Yes, because it's just that sweet. So thank you so
apologies
much
for the cutting out there.
No worries, no worries.
Ryan Hartwell with another $2 super
What's
chat.
up, man?
Thank you so much, Ryan. Appreciate you, man. For sure. Says, did you ever watch the Fleischer Brothers Superman, the cartoons? Yes. Yes, I've got like a couple of copies. Have you ever watched the Fleischer?
I've seen
cartoons?
moments of it, but of course I didn't grow up on it. So
yeah.
They had a collection a while back that they put the whole thing out on DVD, so I got one of those.
Dang, nice.
Yeah,
It was like
and I love this. I love the song you're singing, Ryan. I love this song. Ah! What a time to be alive!
Why is my laugh so high pitch?
I don't know.
Because that's how you laugh. That's how you
laugh,
sound.
dude.
That's
I
how
guess
you
if
laugh.
I get really like, I guess I'm laughing really hard. I guess.
And the
Dang.
one
Yeah,
thing I was
Just
thinking,
deal with it, man.
It is. Hey, when you hear your voice, you're like, what the fuck? Oh,
Like, why do I sound like that?
And we're demonetized. Thank you.
Hey,
I was thinking-
Not my fault this time. Not my
Yeah.
fault this time.
I can't believe I said the F word first. I thought Brian would be the one.
What? I'm good, man.
Brian always dropping
Brian's
F-bombs
so
on the
insulted.
stream.
Kidding.
I've let it
It would be Garbo. We all knew it would be Garbo.
I've never let it slip
What?
on Max's either, and usually I'm more of a sailor over there. So
you guys
Only
ever
kidding.
thought of?
We all knew it was going to be Garbo.
Yeah.
Eh,
I was,
I'm saving all my all of the over the top stuff for when I have to go and talk to people.
there you go.
Okay. Well, and so also, I was just gonna. What was I gonna say? I just had something right here.
Sorry, Enosh.
No, I'm sorry. No, it's all right. It's all good. I had one more thing that I was going to share about that, and I can't remember now what it was.
I can't remember.
I
You guys
can't
ever
remember.
thought of doing? You guys ever thought of doing like a fundraiser stream for the Superman Museum here, or on any of like?
You know what?
stuff?
I would love to do that. I think
Yeah,
that would
not
be
a
a lot
bad
of fun.
Yeah,
and
maybe
if we
get a
could
hold of them,
coordinate
see
it.
if there's some sort of like proper channels you guys have to go through to do a fundraiser stream. I'd be down to drop some money for that. Absolutely.
Oh, well,
You see how
that'd be
many
awesome.
Supermans you get.
For the
You see how many
preservation
Supermans-
of so like memorabilia and real props and stuff for like one of the most famous, if not the most famous character in American popular culture. I mean, other than like Mickey Mouse, sure. You know?
Heck yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh.
You know what? I think we should.
Yeah.
I think we should definitely look into that and see about doing that. So.
Yeah.
So another couple of things that did come out. So yesterday we just shared we did go to BVS Comes Home here in Detroit, and this was an absolute blast. Dawson, this was the big reason why you flew in.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously to hang out with you guys, but like this, like a little quick story about me for those who don't know. Like when Batman v Superman first came out in 2016, I wasn't in a situation where I could go see it in the theater. You know, I was really looking forward to the movie, but I wasn't in a situation where I can go and see it. So I never saw my favorite movie of all time in the theater. And like when this opportunity came up, like I thought I wasn't going to be able to come, but then some things worked out to where I could. And being able to see the true version of the movie in a theater was so surreal, was so amazing, and especially with all the people we got to see it with. Like, I got to see it with you guys. You know, Anthony was there, Meg was there. You know, all these different people were there in the theater.
The Colbert showed up, Amanda,
Joey
and Stephen
Marino.
Colbert, Joey Marino was there.
Yeah, Flight Cast with Ray.
Oh my gosh! Come to find out, yeah, Ray from Flightcast like lives like right by me.
Yeah,
like so we're gonna do some stuff together.
Why couldn't you see it?
So at the time, I was a church missionary, and the rules with that is that you weren't allowed to go see movies in the theater while you were serving as a church missionary. So
Wait.
I didn't know any of this. I'm just curious. So
yeah, no, I'm happy to answer that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So so the whole thing was organized by Abdul. Thank you, Abdul, for inviting us. Look, here's the thing. This was supposed to happen last year, and you know, when COVID hit, it stopped everything.
Yeah.
And so they weren't able to go ahead with it. And what's cool is that you know, when the theaters opened up, thank you to Imagine Theaters down there in Birmingham.
It's a nice place.
Who that they allowed this to happen. They were fantastic. They accommodating. It was absolutely amazing. And so the thing is, Abdul kept going, extended an invitation to me and some others, because Canadian people who had bought tickets, they still can't come over the border.
Yeah.
Right. And so fortunately we were able to get tickets to this thing. And so we were able to meet Abdul. You can see here is this will go up there. There's Stephen Colbert right there.
I thought that was him.
With me and Abdul. Yep. He walked up, and him and Amanda, and I could tell it was him because of the beard.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he lived in the. I didn't know he lived in the area.
He doesn't. No, they flew in, and so there was a lot of people who flew in from different areas and stuff for this thing, and it was cool. We all got to hang out afterwards. We went back to the hotel, right? Like we kind of closed the whole place down. We got yelled at by the manager because we were being too loud. Because they had a bar there in the middle of the atrium, and it was like echoing up through the whole place.
Oh,
and so, we had such a blast.
It was so fun talking with all of them. Like, just a fun conversation.
I got video of all that, so I'm going to be. I got a video.
Yeah.
I met some new people, some fun people who were just there at the bar. Who were like,
"Are you famous?
Are you famous?" It was like, no, not really. But then I sang to her, I guess. So.
Well, on YouTube, I'm famous. That's what you should say. Yeah, I'm famous.
Well, we talked to them about that. Here's me and Tiffany with some people, and I'm sorry. I apologize if you're watching, because I am having a brain fart right now. I absolutely apologize.
But great people.
They sat but we did follow them on Twitter. So if I pulled up my Twitter, I could find them. But this computer is just running slow. So that they sat right behind us, and we had a good time there. I got another picture here. Here's me with Joey Marino.
Joey's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
So freaking funny.
Oh my gosh. Joey, for those of you who don't know, Joey was on the video where Zach announced the Snyder Cut. And Joey is always here watching our videos and stuff, and it's great to have Joey here as a part of the channel. And just like we love everybody, but Joey was really nice to meet Joey and to put a face with a name and be able to talk to him. And
we're glad like that. He's an honorary Canadian, so already he's already an honorary Canadian. So
nice.
He's got to be a dude.
Oh, here's me and Steven again. I'm actually on a step down.
Yeah.
If that does anything. He's a little shorter than me, but he's got that Tom Cruise thing where we shoot him from different angles and make him look like taller than he is, right?
Sure.
I love Steven.
He looks like
But he wins the beard game.
Well, you are just like bound and determined to get this whole thing taken down, aren't you? No, here's a great shot.
Sorry, I always forget. As a Canadian, we don't have those things here. Sorry.
Yeah, here's a great shot of a bunch of people who stayed afterwards and just got a great group picture. So you can see the Colberts there. You can see ACS down there.
Yeah.
Me, Tiff, Landon. Abdul, and his wife. Oh my gosh, it's right there. She had an awesome name, Esmeralda. Esmeralda. Her name is Esmeralda, and then there's Ray and Alex. Yeah. And then there's Ray and Alex. We met Alex there, and whoops.
Oh no,
I don't know what happened there. This thing is just going crazy. But yeah, so we had a great time.
Chin diapers look good.
And you know what? Honestly, I cried watching BVS this time. Dawson, on several spots. I just gotta say, this time watching BVS for me hit extra hard. Like
was this the director's cut?
Yeah, this was
edition,
what's
Ultimate
the
Edition.
The Ultimate Edition, yeah.
Okay.
So I will say this about going to see this time. We've had a lot of back and forth here at the channel and other channels and stuff with people who don't appreciate Zack Snyder's work, don't appreciate that, they're mad about the Snyder Cut, they're mad about this and that, and they say some pretty crappy things about BVS, mocking BVS, mocking Zack's work. I've been upset at those people in the past. I'm no longer upset at them. After watching it in the theater this time, I feel literally sorry for them.
Yeah.
If you can't appreciate BVS, it is an awesome movie. My son Landon turned to me halfway through the movie and he says, "Dad," he says, "it's been a while since I've watched BVS." And he said, I love this movie. This is a great movie. Landon even said, he said, I thought Man of Steel was my favorite movie. He says, I think BVS is now my favorite movie.
Let's go.
And it totally won Landon over to the point. He's like, Dad, this movie is really underrated. This movie is deep. He says, this is a really great movie that just happens to have Batman and Superman in it.
Yeah.
Like it connects all these dots. It's not like and this is not to put down any Marvel movies, but Marvel movies, they're lighter, they're fun. You don't have to put a lot of thought into them. There's a lot of plot points that interact in Batman v Superman that you have to pay attention, right?
Yeah, and it's great because I've talked about for such a long time how BVS is essentially a graphic novel movie, graphic novel brought to life, the way that it's structured, the way it has these different subplots, these different scenes where things develop and build into the story in one way or another. And I just feel like I'm watching a graphic novel, which is the best thing because I love reading graphic novels. It's like my favorite thing to do. And so the fact that it's on a screen in that way is just absolutely fantastic. Again, the depth and you learn something new every single time. Like this time when I watched it, or I guess you notice something new every time. And this time when I watched it, I noticed the scene where Clark Kent goes up to the top of the mountain and has a vision of Jonathan Kent talking about the farm and the flood. And he's at the top of the world. It's very bright. It's very white. And he has this very heartfelt moment with his father. And it immediately cuts to Bruce Wayne in the destroyed Wayne Manor, where it's dark, gritty, it's depressing. He's talking about his father and what he told him about his family and what it meant. And it's just like, holy crap. You see, again, very poetically, that there are two sides of the same coin, light and darkness, day and night. and just showing how they look at the world so differently. And I never caught that parallel before. And it's just like, yes. Again, every time I think to myself before I watch BVS, is this still my favorite movie? I watch it, and it is. It solidifies it every single time.
And you know, and I saw things in this movie that I had totally forgotten were in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, I saw something in this movie that I didn't even realize was in this movie that like other people knew it, but you know how like you miss it. Deborah Snyder at the end.
Yeah.
Right there, center screen. All of a sudden, it's like, you know, I had just seen Deborah with Tiffany because Tiffany just helped interview her this last week on League of Mayhem. And at the funeral scene for Clark's funeral, like there she is holding food, walking out. It's like, hey, it's Deborah Snyder. You know? But so many plot points that are just so deep and so rich. And when the Capitol blows up and Superman is there in the fire and everything, and he's just looking around, man, I turned to Tiffany and I had tears in my eyes. And I said, Tiff, you know, he was right there and he couldn't do anything about it.
He couldn't do anything about it at all.
He couldn't do anything about it. You know, that it was heavy. It was heavy. I mean, I know you guys weren't there or whatever, but I mean, like, honestly, guys, watching that movie on the screen, seeing the Ultimate Edition on the big screen really made a huge difference. I mean, now, have you guys all seen the Ultimate Edition? I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm going to rewatch it before.
Do they still stop fighting because they have the same mom's name? Or is that changed in the
That's not the reason, though. Like, that's what people say is the reason, but it's not the reason.
Okay, I'm just curious. In the Ultimate Edition, I thought they would work that stuff out. So
like,
well, but that's no, man. No,
it's the same. It plays the same, but like,
no, man.
So let me explain this.
Man.
Let me explain this.
No, don't.
Let's do this. Tell me.
Let me explain this. Okay.
I'm gonna let Dawson take the floor, and like I said, I pity you if you don't.
I know the only one on the panel that's gonna let it happen. Let's do this.
So with the fight between Batman and Superman, it's not just about the fight, and it's not just about the moment, right? The entire film, we see Superman trying to, be a symbol for humanity, right? And at the same time, he struggles with these moments of humanity where he's trying to figure out, like, what's my place in this world? Like, all these things, and just this struggle of figuring out how he can prove to people that he is just this guy trying to do the right thing. And Batman, all he sees him as is this alien monster. Like the beginning of the movie, he sees the destruction of Metropolis, and he sees all these people die that are close to him, and that's all he sees. He sees this alien that, like he says in the movie, if he wanted to, could burn the whole place down, and there wouldn't be a dang thing they could do to stop it. That's all he sees him as.
I agree with all that.
So
all I'm saying is that they both have the same mom's name, and that's why they stopped fighting.
No, let me get to the point.
That's not the point.
The point of it
is
that they get to the end of the fight.
I know all that stuff up to there.
I know. I'm just giving the preface to my point. But they get to the end of the fight, and Batman says, "You were never a god. You were never even a man." Saying you're not someone worth caring about. You're not someone worth, me sparing. Like justifying it in his own eyes. Very powerful. And then Clark, as a super powerful alien, he could have begged for his own life. He could have begged to spare me and help me take down Luthor. But no, he says, okay, you know what? If you're going to kill me because I see you're set in your ways, at least save Martha, right? Save Martha Kent. And of course, that moment, it sends Bruce Wayne into a moment of PTSD with his mom. Of course, Clark doesn't know that Bruce's mother's name was Martha. At least I don't think he knows.
They don't even know each other.
Right. And so he says, save Martha, and it sends him a moment of PTSD, and he's still angry. He's like, why did you say that name? Why did you say that name? He gets infuriated.
Because it hits him right in the face.
Yeah. He thinks he knows who his mother is. Like, how the hell do you know that?
He's literally ready to stab.
And then Lois says it's his mother's name. And you see the moment of reflection in him where he kind of eases up, but he's still angry. And he thinks to himself, and this is how I see it. He thinks to himself, holy crap, I was about to kill somebody who has a mother, who has a mother here on Earth, that he begged for her life. And it shows, there's one scene in Justice League that I actually like the dialogue in, where Alfred and Bruce are talking, and Bruce says, he's more human than I am.
Yeah.
He had a life. He had a family. He had a girl he was going to marry. He had a mother.
Yes.
And that's what really hit him the most, is that this is not some alien that's just here to kill us. It's a guy who's just trying to do the right thing, and he's begging for his mother's life rather than begging for his.
And Ill Life has a great comment here. He says, because before all that, Superman is brought to his knees by Lex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Lex is like, look, I don't even know where your mom is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You could kill me, but it means your mom's going to die. And if you don't kill Batman, your mom's going to die, which sends Superman into this thing of like, what the heck do
Conflict.
I do?
He's like, I guess I can't stay good if that's the case. Like,
yeah, like how do I do it? It's one thing for Superman to sacrifice, but for his mom or for somebody else to have to sacrifice their life, that just tears him up inside.
Mm-hmm.
And so he comes to Bruce in the beginning there of that fight, trying to get Bruce's attention and say, hey, Bruce, like we need to talk, right? Lex is trying to use you. He's trying to use me against each other, and he's trying to hurt people, but Bruce won't let him talk.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce has all the traps set up. He's got everything set up because he's going to take Superman down because he fears
and when Batman's
Superman.
Determined, no one's going to stop him from doing what he wants to do. What
No,
he thinks
because
is right.
he thinks he's an alien that's here to wreck the world, and he can do whatever he
Exactly.
wants.
And
So
then
Batman's
he's shattered.
wrong.
Like that,
So-
yeah, exactly. That
exactly.
image is shattered when
Exactly.
he says "Save Martha," and then he hears it's his mother's name. It's like, well, freak. Okay, he's an
Well,
alien.
and it like
It kind
Ill
of
Life says-
snaps him back to reality.
It does. And Ill Life says here, and then you can also tell a second later, Bruce realizes he fell for Lex's plan the whole time when he throws the spear in anger. Like he realizes at that
He's
point,
been manipulated this entire
he's
time.
been manipulated this whole time. And that's why when he jumps back in the bat plane to go save Martha, Alfred says, Master Bruce, I've been listening, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I've been listening this whole time. And he tells Alfred, he says, Alfred, I don't deserve you. Because the entire time Alfred had been trying to snap him out of this
knock
fog
him out of the
and
rage.
this anger and this rage, and he wasn't listening. But it took this moment that literally Batman is getting ready to do something that Batman wouldn't do. He's literally getting ready to kill
Superman was
somebody.
evil, Batman would not live for more than 2 seconds. If Superman had the black suit and he was evil and shit, Batman does not live for more than 2 seconds.
Right, and that's
no matter
another
what.
thing that he realizes, because like Superman says that, like, if I wanted it, you'd be dead already.
Yep.
Of course you would. Why wouldn't you be? You're the most powerful person on the planet, in the universe, whatever. You'd be dead before you even saw it.
That's
coming.
why I will admit that's why in Justice League I like the part when he's like, "Do you bleed?" He says it back to Batman.
when he wakes
Yeah,
up.
when he's
Even
holding
though
him.
there's like a weird accent that he has that like
And
doesn't
like
make any
it,
sense.
yeah, it
Do
does.
you
It's just, but
bleed?
I just like how he like just says it like I'm a mess with you. Like I could kill you at any time, but I'm messing with you right now. I thought that was pretty funny. Look,
Yeah,
there's like the only thing I liked out of that movie. Okay,
Yeah, your head's off. All you have to do is take your head's off.
Well, and,
I
and that's the thing. Yeah. Go ahead, Matt. You've actually been kind of silent. I know you're probably working on something right now, but
yeah, no, I mean, I just tracked down a producer I've been trying to track down for like the better part of a decade. I just found him.
yeah, there you go.
Took me forever.
Audio
But,
thing?
I mean, you hear what we're talking
yeah.
about here. I mean, you hear what we're talking about. I mean,
So, well, okay. So for one, I haven't seen the theatric or the Ultimate Edition in theaters. So screw you both for that. And because like I agreed with when I saw the Ultimate Edition originally, it's like this is what should have been in theaters. So I'm definitely gonna watch it before. Well, I'm gonna watch it again before Snyder Cut when I can watch it in like the 4:3 aspect on HBO Max. So I'll check that out. I think Tony, I just don't think you get it. I think he's got to put down the sauce, have a come to Jesus moment, and realize that BVS is a
What
very
better place to have one?
you basically.
No,
If you want the Batman baptismal,
That's it.
if you want because the name, okay, it's like think of it like this: when you've got comic book movies and they need to think of ways to like bring it all together. I did not even think about Martha Kent and Martha Wayne as being like the same name.
Yeah.
You know,
Nobody did.
Well, yeah, because we always think about Martha Kent as Ma Kent.
Yeah.
Right, as Ma Kent. So in that moment, it was like it came out of left field and just kind of slapped you in the face, and you're like, oh, dang, Like
But
that's
it is
pretty
set
cool.
up earlier. It's set up
earlier.
Set
It is set up earlier.
It is
Yeah,
definitely
multiple
set
times.
up earlier in the movie, multiple times. It is not something that just is pulled out of somebody's butt. Like
Yeah.
literally during it's one of the highlights actually of actually getting or having to see Bruce Wayne's origin story with his parents being killed one more time, because literally he reminds you that her name is Martha when Thomas Wayne is laying there on the ground and saying, you know, Martha. You know,
Yeah.
and then you know,
Well, then they're
his
also they
mom
showed the
named her-
tomb. They showed like the tomb.
Like
The
a
tombstones,
crypt.
and there's other references throughout the movie. So
Absolutely.
it's like they're laying the Martha groundwork. And the thing is, though, but they don't mention Martha Kent, right? Like that was great. It's like they're laying the groundwork for Bruce's mom being Martha, and you're like, oh yeah, there's a lot of going on there, because you never really hear much about Martha, about Martha Wayne, right? Like it's always Jonathan.
Like she's dead. Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, no, they're dead, right? It's like, but the mom, and so they kept kind of playing it. I'm like, okay. And then it gets to that moment, and he's just like, Martha, and then I'm like, and then in the theater, I was like, shit, that's his mom's name, right? Like, I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. I didn't even see that coming.
Well,
This is a
doesn't,
great
like,
comment.
Lex bring
This
it
is
up too, though. Like Lex is saying, like Martha. So like,
yeah. Well, and Rush here has a great comment. It says it was about war in general. I mean, people romanticize war. They make it glorious. Divert people in us and them. Can't we see our enemies have families too? They have lives too.
That's kind of like the mentality Bruce had. Like he didn't see Superman as this person with like a family or with a personal life. He just saw him as an alien or a threat that needed to be neutralized.
Yeah.
He saw him like he saw the Joker or Two-Face. He saw them as these people who were threats to society and they needed to be dealt with only on a more extreme level.
Yeah, and it's easy to look at some of that stuff sometimes and kind of
Overgeneralize.
think of it as simplistic, or just look at Rocky 4, for example, right? Like Rocky and the Russian are fighting, right? And all of a sudden, but honestly, during a time like that, having lived during that time and everything, honestly, there was a huge sentiment in America that we hated the Russians, right? The Russians were dangerous. Like we were living on the edge of, you wouldn't know this, Mike.
Cold War, man.
I've seen
Yeah,
movies.
it was Cold War stuff, man. We were living on the edge where at any moment, we were afraid that if somebody just got a little, itchy, like the whole thing could go down, right? The whole thing could go down. And so I remember watching Rocky 4 as a kid and going, that was the first time, honestly, that I had ever thought of the Russians not as the big bad thing that I didn't understand somewhere out there that I couldn't actually put a face with, that wasn't just there wasn't just that. There wasn't just that, but it was actually something, but it was actually like these were people. Right? These are real people. And I think that a lot can be said about that. Like even the people that we argue with, and like the people, here, that come at you on the channel and stuff, you know what I mean? And Matt, you've seen this. I mean, you know what I mean? Like they don't treat you like you're a person, Matt. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people, online that don't treat you like you're a person, right?
Yeah.
They don't right. They don't think about you as that, right? When I've been in arguments with people, I've had to check myself even when I've had issues with people online who've tried to pull me into, these back and forths and stuff. It's like at some point you have to realize there's still people. It's kind of like, and I don't mean to just bring this back, but like we kind of talked about it this last Thursday when we did our show 2 Cents on Nonsense, even talking about somebody like even the dreaded Kathleen Kennedy, right? Right?
Why did you say that name?
Right, exactly, right? But like even when Star Wars fans talk about Kathleen Kennedy, it's like, look, people are not just like horribly they're just contemplating evil constantly. Even people like who do horrible evil things, people around them will say, well, we never saw that part of them, or somebody loves them. Somebody, you know what I mean? Like horrible people throughout history even had significant others, or somebody who cared about, no matter how horrible they were and wrong and evil they were in their approach and the things that they did, somebody cared about them. And so when I look at that moment, like Batman has all this anger and animosity for Superman, and he has built this thing up, and he's just ready to take out all of his rage and aggression on Superman, because he feels like if anybody is going to be able to take out Superman, he's the only one who has a chance.
And he also sees that as the only opportunity for him to make up for things that happened in his life, mistakes that he's made, like Robin. He says,
Robin
this could
dying,
be
yeah.
the only thing I do that matters. And that's how he
So
sees
is-
it. Then nothing's going to deter him from that.
So
Is
he's
this
in that
like-
moment. He's in that moment. He's about to do it, and then all of a sudden, something comes out and literally hits him upside the head. Like you're letting them kill Martha. Wait, what? What are you talking about?
All of a sudden,
that's why he
all of a
stops and
sudden,
why
he
did you
becomes.
say that name?
All of a sudden, he becomes Joe Chill.
Yes,
He becomes the man who killed his parents in that
Prejudiced
moment.
guy to Joe Chill, right? Because he's prejudiced. That's why he's gonna fight him. This dude's a god. He's not from here. He's segregating that guy, right? So that's why he wants to fight him.
Wait.
No, I don't-
What kind of take is that?
Wait, what?
That's what it is, though.
Hold on. So okay. Let's take a quick pump the brakes. Back up a second. Let me try to translate the drunk Canadian here. Are you suggesting,
Not
Tony,
drunk.
that the
First
only
beer.
reason why
First beer.
the only reason why Batman wanted to target Superman for extermination was because he was an illegal alien and he took somebody's job? Is that what you are effectively trying to say?
No, what I'm trying to say is what they are saying that I'm
You're gonna kill
disputing.
Brian. Don't do it.
You
We're
okay,
gonna
Brian?
kill Brian.
I got a drinking problem. Holy
In this case, it's water, but
Turn
you
into the
know.
vodka stream. I don't know what happened here. Okay.
That's
Just
not what
water,
I'm
folks.
saying.
Just
I'm
water.
disputing those two.
I've been into snuff films, man.
I'm
Oh,
just
what
saying.
happened?
I'm just saying. It's like so. I mean, never mind the fact that at the opening of BVS, we watch the Metropolis fight from the end of Man of Steel from the ground, giving us that
Yes.
perspective
Oh.
from the ground, which I thought was amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
And then so here is the moment, because it starts off by saying like 1 year ago, like was it Metropolis met God or something, or God met mankind or whatever it was.
Meets the
Mankind meets
Superman.
Superman, yeah.
Oh, okay, meets the Superman, right? So effectively
Yeah.
saying like this is God, this is this kind of character, and it's true because he can do what he wants, but he wants to be
He's
good.
fine.
He's American.
He's American because it's like I always loved that that Dr. Manhattan was more or less a rip on Superman. There's
Although he was actually more of a rip on Captain Atom than anything else. But
well, what I mean by that is
Well,
sorry,
I
from the movie, there's that line with Pat Buchanan in the beginning. I think it was
Yeah.
Pat Buchanan.
it's
This
in,
is
it's
like
in the graphic novel too.
yeah, it's like just be glad he's American.
Yes. And
Yeah,
God
and not-
exists and he's American too. Like that whole arc is just
Mm-hmm.
fantastic.
Yeah, I really love Watchmen.
I think
Oh,
another
so
important
good.
thing to notice or take note about the Martha scene is just it's kind of a thing to understand about Zack Snyder in general, because Zack Snyder, again, he's an artist first, and he went to the school to be an artist, right? And so he thinks he studied art history, and in art history, like I graduated with an arts degree as well. In art history, you learn how to read paintings. And what that means is you have to look at the finer details and look at the way that's composed and try to figure out the message that's trying to say without it being too blatant. Reading it to mean what you interpret it to mean. And what Zack Snyder tries to do, at least from what I understand, is that he tries to help the audience view movies in a similar way, where you have to read the situation instead of it being spoon-fed. You have to read the situation and try to understand it philosophically and interpret it for yourself. And that's why I always love the Martha scene, because like you can take it in so many different angles. Like you can take the whole, like, again, he doesn't see him as a human being. You can take the whole, like, he's making up for past failures. Like there's different ways you can approach it. Like there's no one true right answer, but like it's open for Zach to let you interpret it the way that you want to, or the way that you think makes sense philosophically.
Well, it's like you're like a choose your own redemption arc, basically. It's like however you want to see Bruce or Batman redeem himself, because I think that's what BVS is great, because he kind of atones for what he's done, and
it addresses that him killing people is bad.
Exactly, and in the end of the day, he's a better person for it. So
Well, I mean, also there's that whole thing too, like the whole thing with the prisoners, because Batman would brand the prisoners.
Right at the
Yeah.
end, the scene.
Yeah, well, that was in the beginning. We find out he's branding them,
Yes.
and then a lot of people thought that was the whole mark for death, because in the theatrical cut, they didn't include the entire bit where the Capitol Hill building gets played out, where we get to see the setup to that. So that was missing from the theatrical cut. So you
Thanks,
don't know
Warner
that
Brothers.
Yeah, I know, right? Thanks, nameless executive who doesn't know their head from their anus. And then from there, you know, like we learn, oh, it was Lex was KG Beast was having those people killed in prison. In order to make public appearance of Batman look like he's more brutal than he is, that he's giving them a death sentence. So like they're framing Batman, they're framing Superman, they're pitting them against each other, and it's like, oh wow, once you get the full context of the story, it's a good freaking movie.
It shows how manipulative Lex Luthor is.
So
I know, and he always gets crap. Jesse Eisenberg always gets crap for the role. They're
Oh
like,
my
oh, that
God.
was
I
a
love his
terrible.
Lex
I'm like,
Luthor,
he was an amazing Lex because he was so
I
sociopathic.
movie. I never had a problem with this movie at all. Like people think that I have this problem with this movie. I don't.
You,
I
you
don't
seem
know.
to not
No.
get the
We're
movie.
just discussing. We're just
Oh,
discussing.
No,
movie.
you just seem to you just seem to have some questions about it, and so we just wanted to answer those questions. I do want to say I do want to say real quick, you're good, man.
Yeah,
you're
you're
good.
totally fine.
You're totally fine, dude. Nobody's mad at you, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody's mad
I
at you.
like the movie.
Everyone take a moment. Everyone take a moment to say goose.
We're glad
Goose
glad you
Rabba.
like the movie. We're
Goose
glad you like
Rabba.
the movie. Okay. I believe you. I will just say this. Happy birthday to Ryan. Ryan says, just want to let you know that I had my birthday a few days ago,
Nice.
and my mom and I baked homemade Boston cream pie. That's awesome. I hope that you had a good meal and everything. And in respect for that, I'm going to send you
All over town, people are talking about the lunch trench. It's the ditch where you can eat your food.
I love how he's just squatting there and eating.
Yes.
You had the studio version. You could have done it live.
I know. I got the guy right here, right? Well, you know what? Actually, I've got pictures. Tiffany took pictures of Dawson sitting in my living room the other night or last night playing guitar and
know she did
serenading us. And yeah, he's a good guitar player, guys. He's a good
I'm
guitar
decent.
player. He's
I'm
a decent guitar player for sure. But yeah, I just look the movie is no Kinky, that's not actually Dawson. I know that it looks like Dawson. We just that's it's Keys.
Or more accurately, you guys formed the narrative that I look like it.
we did. Well, I mean, there's some. I mean, you be the judge.
I've been thinking about blowing up my toaster, but then I would make my bread hot and hard at the same time.
Now, what you need to do is do like a really good acoustic version of Queensryche's "Silent Lucidity." Little.
Oh, I'm down for that.
What was that Canadian band? TW? They Might Be Giants. That's what that guy looks like.
Oh yeah.
Love They Might Be Giants, dude.
The guy who did like
Istanbul was Constantinople. That was Istanbul, not Constantinople.
Yes.
Istanbul, not Constantinople. Constantinople. Get the works. That's nobody's business but the turds.
Yeah,
Take me
dude.
back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. It's been a long time gone, Constantinople. Yeah.
Yes, that was the end of the Giants.
Particle Man.
Oh my gosh, Particle Man.
Particle Man.
Oh, the birdhouse in my soul.
Is he a dot?
Birdhouse
Or is he
in
a
my
speck?
soul.
When he's
One of my
underwater,
favorites.
does he get wet? Or does the water get him instead?
Get wet.
Nobody knows. Particle Man.
Particle Man.
Oh
See,
my
like I
gosh.
said, that is old school.
Tiny
Well, I
Toon
would
Adventures.
personally like to thank
Tiny
you
Toon
guys
Adventures
for Rush.
did a video of both of those songs. Tony, remember
What?
Tiny Toon Adventures? Remember Tiny Toon Adventures,
Yes,
the cartoon?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
They had an episode. That was the first time I ever heard those two songs as a kid. And they had an episode where they had like a downtown Julie Brown type of deal. And they were showing music videos, and they had all these funny music videos, and they showed those two songs. And that was my first introduction to
Isn't it the
They
band
Might Be
that did
Giants.
Malcolm in the Middle song
Yeah,
too?
They did the Malcolm in the Middle
I
theme.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They Might Be
Yeah.
Giants.
So
They-
don't forget, guys. In just a couple of minutes, Dawson and I are going to show you exclusive footage from Zack Snyder's Justice League. You're not going to want to miss this for sure. But before we do that, guys, y'all know what a big toy fan I am. We got toys. We've got toys, and more toys.
So
and now
sexual.
I am going to show you guys. So there were pictures that came out. I didn't have time to download them of the entire Justice League. Unless you got them on your phone and you want to airdrop them to me or something,
Um,
or email them to me or something. But here are the ones that are available right now. So the Batman figures are not available yet. The Superman figures are not available yet. But right now, you can go to Amazon and you can pre-order 4 figures. You can pre-order either Aquaman here, the Flash, or you can pre-order this bad dude right here, all 10 inches of it. Yes, sir.
You have to freeze it like that.
Or this version right here. Dark Side. Yeah, Dark Side, baby.
Right.
Like, look at these guys, man. I'll tell you what. Look how spiky. Just look how spiky.
Yes.
Oh
That
my
Steppenwolf
god.
looks really good.
The Dark Side one's the one I'm getting if I get any of them.
That's the one I want. Dark Side
Yeah.
looks sweet.
The Flash, I could do without the electricity coming off of him, but
yeah, but
Well, you know, the thing is that comes off. That comes off.
okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's not you know, look, I don't think it's the greatest looking version of like the Aquaman either.
Yeah, the Aquaman one's probably my least
The
favorite.
Aquaman's probably my least favorite, but
Yeah,
but other than that, I mean, dude, come on.
Needs
Are
more
you kidding
color.
me?
Needs more color. The Aquaman, like he needed something like super bright, and that would bring it out. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
He's like super plain, but that's the first one I want.
it kind of looks like Skeletor to me, though.
The blue helps make it pop.
Oh my gosh, check this out. Check this picture out right here. Oh my gosh. And so there's another one that was supposed to be a Comic-Con exclusive, which is full on Dark Side.
Like all the armor and
Yeah,
everything.
with all the armor and everything. My guess is that now that Comic-Con has been canceled, that'll get redistributed somewhere and become an exclusive, somewhere else for you to get, as they did last year. But check this out. This is what Darkseid looks like in the box here. Look at that.
Oh my
gosh! Oh gosh, I cannot wait to get this figure. This is everything that Darkseid comes with. He comes with his staff, and I mean, he doesn't really come with a lot. He comes with his staff here. He does come with a card. Each one of these figures all come with a trading card, and so this is also the artwork on the back of the box. This is also the artwork on the back of the box. Wow. So I mean, look how absolutely fantastic this. Yeah, that looks fantastic. Here's what it looks like from behind. If you were curious, like what Darkseid looks like from behind.
Who wants to see Darkseid's ass?
There you go.
Joel Schumacher would have.
Look at the side profile of this figure.
All of a sudden, Ray Porter comes out of nowhere and says, "I was summoned."
This, folks, this is a 10-inch figure. This is a 10-inch figure. Now, I will just show you.
And I just emailed you the other pictures.
Okay,
of the
thank you.
figures.
So, and I'll bring up the other photos. So this is the regular 7-inch figure, right? So this right here is the Superman, Red Sun Superman. So you're gonna have the regular 7-inch figures. This is 7 inches right here. Darkseid is literally another 3 inches taller than that.
7 inches of pure dark.
Just 10 inches of pure Darkseid is what that is.
Well,
I didn't get you totally demonetized.
there you go.
You're blaming us, and goodness gracious. I mean,
hey,
you might say a couple of expletives, but
What's up, Jason? Jason T with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Jason. Says okay, so it has a Batman comment, so we'll give you a Batman video here. How about we give you the Joker here?
Never rub another man's rhubarb.
Hey, Jackie.
No, they prove Joker products. Oh.
I love that Joker.
Love that Joker. It says Batman branding bad guys was to let people know that person is bad and to stay away, watch out of that said bad guy.
So warning to the other inmates, or that was the intention, I believe. But like Lex Luthor manipulated it. I could see that.
Had the opposite effect.
Yeah, well, because Lex Luthor, I could see that being an original intent explanation,
Like the
possibly.
kind of like the Mark of Cain, kind of.
Well, okay, so it's kind of like, I mean, if you think about it,
I don't know about that comment. And Jason, I don't know. I mean, to me, Batman was making a statement. It's like this is somebody that Batman is. I mean, when you got Batman branding you,
You have crossed the Batman.
you have crossed the Batman. Obviously, that Lex and all them used it for a different reason, so that people were targeting those people. But I don't know if it was to stay away from them necessarily.
No, it wasn't to stay away from them because keep in mind, like at the beginning of the movie, we find out that the inmates had been dying on the inside, right?
Yeah.
And so Bruce stopped caring about whether or not, like, his job was just, I'm going to have them arrested. And then he brands them. And so whatever happens on the inside is not his fault. Right. But he's still effectively, not caring.
He's very tunnel visioned at this point. Very tunnel visioned.
He very much.
Superman.
Yeah. That's basically about it. So.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. But,
Okay.
But
No,
I do think that there's a lot of different ways that you can look at that. I mean, you could have a whole night of just talking about that alone.
Yeah, but like, do you know how much over the span of the last couple of years we just been talking about BVS?
It's been discussed.
At some point in time, I'm gonna have to put it on the shelf, but that's not right
Matt,
now.
we still have to do that episode where we discuss the movie. I mean, we talked about that months ago, and
I know.
nothing.
I know. Well, you know what we're gonna do. You know what at least I'm gonna do is, I was upset that they weren't gonna do the episode by episode, but breaking it into 6 chapters, then you just do the 6 discussions.
Yeah.
So you're allowed to get more into the nitty gritty, and there equals also more content.
And what was the other thing I was thinking of was Jason had kind of also mentioned a couple of elucidating comments, sort of following up on his super chat thing, was saying, warning not the people on the inside, but the people of Gotham that this guy is a criminal.
Oh,
they're dealing with a new kind of mean in him, as said by that one guy.
No,
he's not putting up with crap anymore.
And also, the other thing I was going to say was, if I can bring it up here, if you guys want to find some other fantastic content relating to
we're not talking about Matt Jarbo. We're not talking about Matt Jarbo.
The 19th of March for audio commentary.
No.
Wait, hold on. I co-sign what TW is saying here.
I'm sure you do.
I personally believe.
I'm starting to think that you have him on your payroll.
That is not accurate. I don't have any money. So
neither do I. So
you're compensating him in other ways. You're compensating him.
Well, listen, I have very thin and loose wrists. What can I say?
Pizzas.
No, Jason, I think that's a great comment, man. Actually, right there. I think, okay, I understand what you're saying now. I think that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. To warn people that, like, and also like to put that mark on them so that that they would have to deal with that for sure. Indeed. So let's take a look at a couple more of these, and then Dawson just sent me the other pictures of the ones that you can't get. So these are ones, folks, that you can actually order right now. So you can actually go right now. Look at this. Are you kidding me?
It's a beaut, Clark. It's a beaut.
I like it.
Man.
Now, these things aren't available until like what, next year?
Well, so honestly, some people are getting June ship times. I actually at first it told me January of next year, and then I just got a new update that said June for a couple of them, and a couple of them still say January. So I think that actually they're probably all going to be coming in June.
How many did you order?
Reasonable.
I only ordered one of each.
So from each site, though, you mean, right?
No. I would. You can go to Amazon and just look at. Oh my god!
I would have ordered one. Like, come on, one from each site, man. Like,
I mean,
honestly,
do you?
You can order multiple ones from the one from the same site.
What I'm saying is do you at least get like the little Star Wars card saying that your toy will be available?
Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. No, it's. It
feels like you're getting gendered here, dude.
Brian.
it sounded like it was
Kennard.
Yeah. No, they're available for pre-order right now. My only concern is I want to get the full dark side, because this is looking like it's more of the
Fuxus?
Uxas figure, and that's fine. But look, my concern is the one that was supposed to be the San Diego Comic-Con one. I'm really, really hoping that they do not hold out on us with that one, and that that we're able to get that. Did you send that one? I didn't see that one. Did you send that one to me, Dawson? The full you know what? I've got that one actually.
Yeah,
I've got that one. So as we go through here, I'll send it to myself actually. But here is Steppenwolf in the package. Look how spiky he is. Look at that armor. This is so much better, folks, than what we had before.
We were at Second and Charles today, and there was a figure of Steppenwolf from Justice League. And the voice in that is just so atrocious. Like, it's the Justice League.
Oh yeah, it was one of the cheap little ones and stuff. And you hit a little button on his belt, and he's like, I'll get you, Justice League. Oh, parademons attack! Yeah, it was just so stupid. I mean, this guy means business right here, man. And to have him in this scale that goes along with my other McFarlane figures, I'm look at this, man. Yeah. Look at that. Look how fantastic.
Would you just look at it?
Well, I know. I can just stare at it.
I will admit, I do find it kind of ironic that with respect to at least the Darkseid and Steppenwolf ones, that Amazon is willing to stock them.
I get what you're
Very
saying.
punny.
I get what you're saying. But that look at that up close, man. This
That
is
looks good, man.
I'll tell you what, guys. This detail on a figure like this,
For something that's mass market, it's surprising. It looks really good.
Did you guys see the small extra teaser that we got of Aquaman, where it showed us a close up of Steppenwolf's face as the armor slowly goes over more of his face? Holy crap! It was awesome.
Where it goes.
Oh, I didn't actually see that one today.
Yeah, it was a very brief one where it's like a fight between Steppenwolf and Aquaman, similar to the scene in Justice League where Steppenwolf comes to Atlantis and takes the mother box.
Yeah,
it goes more close up, zoom in on Steppenwolf's face and how menacing he looks.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you guys this. I'm gonna find it very fascinating when people watch the movie and they see how closely certain beat points are similar to Justice League and how there's overlap. Not that the whole thing's going to be like that, not at all.
But there'll be moments, for sure.
There will be a lot of moments that are like that, and a lot of people I think are going to freak out because they're going to be like, no. It's like,
why didn't we get this before?
Well, yeah, you're going to see people go like, well, it's different enough, which is it's going to be, but then they're going to go, but it's also like the haters are going to go, see, it's just the same movie but extended. Like that's all they're going to say because. Get ready for that.
They're going to ignore the fact. They're going to ignore the fact that there'll be things that look familiar, but it's repurposed footage that was changed up and bastardized and Justice.
Well, and also dialogue would be entirely different.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone
suggested, totally saving these boxes. Totally saving these boxes. Look at this little logo down here.
Oh yeah,
the Justice League logo 2021. That's a really cool thing. That's an addition. That's not on other boxes from other figures. It's like where that's coming from.
Yeah, Aquaman's is definitely the most underwhelming of the figures.
Yeah, Aquaman's definitely a little underwhelming, but you can see here where those are just accents. The lightning is stuff you could put on.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to get the Wonder Woman teaser tomorrow. So I was over on Anthony's podcast earlier, and someone had suggested they might drop it today because now I'm EST as well. So it's 1:23 a.m. on Monday. So today is International Women's Day. And someone had suggested they'll drop the Wonder Woman thing today.
Oh,
that makes sense.
That makes sense. That sounds like something right there
that Zach would do.
That sounds
like something Zach would do. So I'm like, it was just kind of said in the chat, but I'm like, that would be cool.
And I'm sorry, but that I completely agree with you about that. Something Zach would do, but yet he still went on with Geeks and Gamers and did a whole thing with people who were just insanely anti-women, you know. And I'm still frustrated by it.
Yeah, well, you know what? And let me show these last couple figures here, and then I definitely I would like to mention that too because that was something I even mentioned it to you today, Dawson and Tiffany, because I saw that they're doing that. And
honestly, I just see it as Zach trying to reach all edges of the fandom. And
I think that Zach doesn't know who all these people are.
I mean, do you really think he doesn't have some people look into them?
Well, I you know what? I'll be honest with you. The Fandom Menace are so good at using people and literally coming out of nowhere and looking like they're one thing that they're not And I think that when you're talking about a completely different fandom, the fandom menace are just, they're so toxic and just so deceptive. I mean, when you're talking about people like Doom, well, let's get to a second because there's a lot to be said there. But here's the actual full Doomsday
Dark Side,
or excuse me, Dark Side figure right here. I mean, with the full armor, and everything. I mean, that looks so cool. Here's Black Suit Superman, Henry Cavill. Can't wait to see see that. Great. Looks good. Here's the weird part is this Superman is actually an exclusive. We don't know where to yet, but I love the gloss on this.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks very natural and
exclusive.
What's that? The blue suit is exclusive because really we're not because I'm not even sure honestly how much of the blue suit we're gonna see.
I think we'll see that one brief shot of him walking the hallway of the Crash Kryptonian ship, and then he'll put on the black suit.
Yeah. So how much we actually get of that? Then there's a Batman here without the cowl.
I like that.
Yeah, I
mean,
like
the face
it.
sculpt's okay.
I like it, but the face sculpt really doesn't look like.
Yeah, that doesn't look like Ben Affleck at all.
Doesn't look like Ben Affleck, so it's kind of.
Looks like Jeremy.
Who?
No, I do like the body sculpt though.
That's what it looks like to me. Just give him a baseball cap.
It kind of does. Oh no.
Yeah. Here is the Batman here with the cowl. We mentioned that his head looks a little small.
Goggles on too.
Yeah, he has the goggles on,
really
tactical
cool.
suit. I mean, yeah, the head looks a little small, but like overall, I think this is a pretty solid one. Not like out of the park, but like pretty solid.
Yeah, and then here's Cyborg.
I think the body looks really good. The articulation looks great.
Yeah, we don't know what accessories these guys all come with. Obviously, Batman's got a batarang here. Cyborg has got this,
Batman will probably come with a parademon gun.
Yeah, my guess is the Cyborg might even have the 4 arms.
Does it have interchangeable junk too?
Oh boy, that's a whole other
conversation for another stream.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation for sure. I'm not sure how they're going to do that, but I guess the last couple of things that we want to talk about tonight, because we got to get up in the morning. I know my buddy's got quite a day of traveling tomorrow, and Brian's got what's that?
It's not gonna be too bad.
Not be too bad. Well, then we'll just stream all night. No,
I'm not saying that either.
But no, it's gonna be cool. I'm excited about these figures for sure.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've already ordered what I can order, and I
have to wait till I get paid tomorrow to order the Dark Side one.
We'll see what comes in. But as far as the Geeks and Gamers thing, to just kind of go back to that, like I feel like there's some people who are kind of on the up and up, and then there's other people that hide behind those people. Right. So I feel like after watching the stream today where they announced it, because I watched that stream where Jeremy and Ryan Kinnell and like a bunch of these other guys jump on there, and but they've got these other guys on there too, right? And so there's all these people who are jumping in there, and I can tell you this: there are things that I know that Zach, unless he's a completely different person than what he portrays, if he knew the stuff that these people were involved in, he would want nothing to do with them.
Well, I mean, let's be honest.
So somebody's either not doing their due diligence, or those people are hiding behind others.
Well, I think there's a different conversation to be had there, because I mean, look at Grace Randolph, for instance. She's had 2 interviews with Zack Snyder, and sometimes she puts out misinformation. Like, she's very hit and miss with her scoops and stuff. She has good information sometimes, and sometimes not so good. And sometimes she'll spin a narrative out of little information that she has that is blatantly false about maybe some things about Zack Snyder's Justice League, and Zack's people know that. And then you also have Geeks and Gamers, or where the case may be, where they'll do some things. Like I just think that Zack is trying to advertise and bring people together.
No, it makes sense.
He knows how. Yeah, he knows how divided fandom is all over the place, and he wants to try to bring them together. And I mean, he picks his people very, very carefully. And yes, like these people, there's people out there who are very manipulative and very toxic. But like when Zach goes on a show, he makes sure that you have very specific things you talk about. He tells you,
Yes.
like, okay, we can talk about this, this, this. I will not discuss this. And so it's very structured and it's very much set in stone what you're going to be talking about. So there's very little chance of it going off the rails or anything like that. And so when he sets up a show with somebody, it's secure. It's going to go the way he wants it to go. And therefore reaching the people that, you know, will follow those people, right? Because there's plenty of people on that side that don't follow the people that Zach's already appeared on other shows on the other side. Yep. So he wants to get to as many people as possible because he wants the movie to be successful.
I agree with that. And there are certain people. Okay, so here's something interesting. Is so the Richard says they aren't bad guys, just with different opinions. There are some.
Yeah, I was going to say there's people in the Snyder Cut movement that are Fandom Menace people.
Yes. Like, so there are some that just have different opinions.
The goals align in a sense.
Yes,
both fan
I get that. But there are but look, there are very much so people who are bad people.
Of course.
Like very bad people who are involved in some very bad things in that group. And I will tell you this, they don't care. Listen, there are algorithm hoppers. They are literally trying. Look, they don't
Star Wars
care.
is drying up right now. So
Star Wars is drying up. Jeremy has said for years, and I'm not saying that Jeremy's necessarily one of those bad people, right? But the thing is Jeremy has said for years he doesn't care about DC. He doesn't care about the Snyder Cut. He doesn't like. In fact, he goes on about how he hates the fact that Ryan Kendall keeps bugging him about it. Okay. And so then what are you doing? If you don't care, then why are you trying to pull? It's about other things. And we talked about this, like there's other people that they've been pulling in lately, other celebrities, other people who stream other things, right? Because they're trying to, you're right, Richard. It's a business. Unfortunately, it's kind of sickening though when I get it. There's a real fine line. It's the same thing when I'm trying not to be too negative because I don't want to be like the people who are like, well, like why are reviewers getting to review the Snyder Cut instead of like just the people who supported it? Well, because you need those people.
Yeah.
Okay. You need those
that
people.
Extra outside voice.
Yeah. And if these people want to do something positive and they want to have streams where they raise money and stuff. And like you said, Brian, I know that there are some people who I may disagree with about Star Wars that I agree with on DC things, right? And about Zack Snyder. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. What I don't want to see, and what I don't think anyone wants to see, is Zack's name be used for some people, for some clout. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in that group.
Well, they're very much are, and I have to jet here in a sec, but
yeah, we're getting ready to go.
More or less, my thoughts on it are, you know what, like you can sit there and say like you reach out to different people, but if you spend the last couple years pushing for suicide prevention, and then you go to this group of people, then not to say that they push for anyone to commit suicide or anything like that, but it's like their entire brand is toxicity. And they like to bombard people. Like I criticized Gina Carano in that Shapiro interview because I thought it was bad. And it's like all these anti-cancellation people that are all Fandom Menace have come in there and they're like, cancel $3 theater. You're just a simp. And all of this, like I didn't attack her, but I criticized things that she said. And like they're coming at me with personal attacks across the board, stuff that's designed to chip away at my mental health. And this is the audience that they've cultivated. So for me personally, I look at that and I'm like, no, F you guys don't deserve this particular thing, because to me, it says that you haven't earned it. People like the Film Junkie and people like you guys, who put the work in, you guys have earned it. You guys have deserved it because you do the right thing. They're the people that are just trying to bogart the algorithm and jump around to whatever the hot topic is. They might have numbers. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whole 100%, Josh. 100%, Josh.
In my throat, man.
No, I got you. I interpreted that. That's fine. I also speak BS artist. So there's that too. But it's like this is what these people do, and they do it. And to sit there and just have people go, it's no big deal. What? Nah, f that. I've been dealing with these assholes for years. And again, like I'm one of the only people, and I will fully admit I'm a little bit ticked off that like in this whole premiere thing, it's like not everyone who I feel should be getting invited is getting invited. And I include myself in that one because like I've gotten to the point where I've had legal threats made against me from certain people who are so anti-Snyder Cut that I'm like one of the only ones that actually comes out and attacks them and calls them on their crap, takes it right to them. And I'm getting legal threats. You know what I mean? And it's like people who don't deserve it are getting it. And that's my pettiness. And I will fully admit that's me being petty.
Yeah,
but
I don't, and that's the thing is I don't want to be petty about it.
Yeah, I don't want to be petty about it either. I'm going to watch the movie.
Look, I'm not.
It's frustrating.
I'm not going to look at anybody and go, well, look, because at the end of the day, Zach's a grown man, right?
Yeah, he can do what he wants.
And the people that are working with him, they're adults, and you know what? They're probably privy to a lot more information that I'm not even privy to. I just on the outside having issues with some of the stuff that I see from people. I'm with you, Matt. Like I look at it and go, oh man, like it's frustrating. Right? Because not because I wish that Zach would come on my channel.
Yeah, no, it's not like it's not
wish
that.
And I wish that because those people will spin that to be like, oh, you're just
jealous. Make it sound like sour grapes.
You don't have the kind of subscribers or you don't have this or that, right? And it's not that at all. It's about a fundamental ethics thing that it's like I have. It's more than Star Wars.
Well, and you also
know what I
think
mean?
like this. Like,
that's why I feel passionate.
You look at think about when you're promoting a film, right? A director or people on the cast will do interviews with different media outlets, right? And there are plenty of media outlets that they'll have interviews for that maybe haven't been supportive of their work necessarily, but they get the inside scoop, they get the interview, right? Yeah. And let's face it, YouTubers now are other media outlets and journalists and different, and essentially like these other like newspapers. Essentially, the YouTube channels are the newspapers of the modern day, right? With local people doing their shows and they develop a following, right? They spread news or their own opinion about the news, right? And so I see it as Zach going to different places and like, again, giving people the different interviews, again, just to broaden that scope and, just kind of picking his battles. And also you have to think about this is that if Zach only did interviews with people who fully supported the Snyder Cut, that could be also kind of perceived in a bad way. Or like, oh, you don't want to get interviewed by people that maybe have a differing view from you or maybe haven't supported you. Like you only want to be interviewed by people who gush over you, right? So you can also approach it from that angle. It's like, that's why, like, as much as I hear about that side of the fence, and like, again, there's a lot of things that I don't agree with. Like, I'm fine with it. Cause again, like you said, at the end of the day, Zach's a grown man. He makes his own decisions and he knows what he's doing, right? Zach's a master of marketing. So he knows how to best market his film.
And we don't know how those decisions are made. I mean, there's some people who, for example, we've gotten into it with and we've taken issues with, right? That if they got invited to something, we'd be very upset. We'd be like, what the heck? Like, what's all that about? But like you said, we have to let them make those things. Now, here's a very, very interesting comment from Ill Life. And I think that we resemble this remark in some kind of way. It says, all the hating on people who got invites is crazy to me. Who cares? It's 3 days. It seemed pretty random to me. Like, a lot of known people, but I saw people with like 60 followers get them too. You're talking about the invitation to the
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Zack Snyder's
digital premiere.
Yeah, Justice League.
I will say though, as much as maybe some people have gotten hate for getting the invite to the premiere, I do have to say a big thank you to everybody who, like, because honestly, with me, I got nothing but positive feedback about it personally. I had nothing but people saying like, congratulations, that's awesome. Maybe a couple people here and they're like, hey, how can I get invited or whatever. But I've gotten a lot of support with that. And I want to say thank you to everybody who has said like congratulations and who was like congratulating on that. And that's just fantastic.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, I got it.
Yeah, no problem. So like, so nobody's
he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Thank you, Matt. But yeah, like nobody's over here, like begging for, like for a spot or whatever, like some people got invited. And we're very shocked that they got it, but we were shocked that we got invited. I was shocked
that I was invited.
And and we're getting that opportunity. And I'm very, very thankful for that opportunity. Right. And so like I think that that we just have to look at it that way and just, kind of do that, and just kind of go with that. Now, real quick, one last comment, and then we will show you finally the very secret one of the perks that we did get. A special scene from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Come up here in just a second. The Richard here says, has a question about, are the two mics the same? Did you and Dawson modulate his mic? It sounds great. You sound great, Dawson.
Sweet. That's good to know.
Do you just walk in and it worked? I'm testing out a few of my own mics. Dude, this is such a simplistic setup. You don't even know. So this is an SM58.
You say it with all these cables.
Yes, I know. It is. This is an SM57. I just gotta clean it up because I threw it all together for the thing but this is an SM57, a Shure SM57, a Shure SM58. This is a unidirectional mic, the SM57, but it's one of the workhorse. Well, this is the beta, so they're both betas, but they're it's the workhorses of rock and roll, baby.
Almost every guitar track that's been recorded in the last 35 years has probably been run through an SM57. So
I'm just saying, they're the workhorses, and so so there's that. All right. Now, without further ado, are you ready, folks, for this very I'm shocked that we got this, Dawson.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked that we got this. So I'm going to blow us up here, and then ladies and gentlemen, we're going to premiere right now a scene from Zack Snyder's Justice League, a pivotal scene, a fight for the ages. I'm still in shock. All right, hold on just a second here.
Dun, dun, dun.
I like the music. Here we go. Ready? It would help if I could do this. Okay.
Yes. Beat down.
That's terrific.
Win.
Oh my goodness.
Darkseid, you'll never win.
You're missing him, Superman.
Life equation.
Oh no!
Victorious.
Oh no!
All of existence shall be.
Nightmare future it is.
You have failed this world. Superman.
We live in a society, guys. Where honor is a distant memory.
Cliffhanger, folks! I'm telling you right now.
And George Costanza can't get a table at a Chinese restaurant. We keep waiting for some guy named Cartwright. I'm not sure what's happening, but
cliffhanger. That is how. I'm sorry. Spoiler.
He seems like a nice fellow.
Spoiler alert. That is the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Darkseid beats up Superman, wins
Apparently.
And
could you imagine if that actually was the not with full on Rock 'em Sock 'em robots, but like literally like we go to the theater. Or like
behold,
Darkseid being Darkseid, and Superman dead again. It's like, how many times are we going to go through this?
telling you, you guys get all the exclusive scoops right here at the Poindexter Lounge, for sure.
Now all we are waiting for now is the return of PLW.
Well, you know what? So that's the thing. Some of you guys heard the basic track, my first rough mix of the Snyder Cut song. That song will be done this week and on iTunes and all that fun stuff. And I'll be shooting the music video. Y'all know I had the song pretty much done, and then my computer melted and I had to rebuild it. And so the other night, I actually stayed up till like 6 a.m, man, the day that I had to go pick you up from the airport. So not only like did we drive 10 hours, but like I only got like
total hours.
Yeah, but I mean down there.
Yeah.
Like I only got like 3 hours sleep. So I did it, man. But yeah. Yo, that's funny. Probably the picture says, yo, I literally kicked in my full screen and sat back in preparation.
Hey man, you got tickets to the premiere, so anything is possible at that point. So
that's true. Exclusivo.
I almost believed you.
Oh my gosh!
Because like you first said it, and I was like, "Oh, we're going that approach." Okay.
Oh yeah, that's where we're going.
I gotta play along
I
now.
knew it was a troll. No. Actually, this was a cool little thing that I picked up at the Superman Museum.
Yeah, super dope.
And I had to pick this up because it's just too cool.
Yeah.
It's just too cool. I mean, like how can you not pick that up, man?
that is
you're
awesome.
not going to get Randy Jackson's signature. I mean,
Right? Randy Jackson.
It was the only thing I had on me.
With Superman.
I don't know, but that's still funny. That's hilarious.
It takes you on quite a journey, but that's a whole other different thing. Even though Randy Jackson would tell you to be good to yourself.
Yeah.
There you go. But
for those for me, dogs.
For those who didn't actually get that joke, Randy Jackson actually was the session bassist on the Journey album "Raised on Radio." He is actually the guy who plays bass on "Be Good to Yourself."
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a nice cut. No, it was a Step Brothers reference.
Oh yeah,
They saw the Sock'em Robots, and like, you're not going to
can-
not get them. You know what I mean?
I completely forgot that. It's been so long since I've seen Step Brothers, man.
Exclusivo Vic Confirmando.
Dawn of Scoops.
Esclusivo y confirmado Dawn of
What's up,
Scoops.
Alessandro?
Oh my god!
I gotta tell you,
That's
Mask of Shy
Yes.
did some amazing work for the visuals of a video, and we'll be putting out either probably Tuesday
Ooh.
or Tuesday or even tomorrow, maybe tomorrow afternoon, possibly. He did amazing work as well as Ill Life on music for that. So look out for that.
I know I got to hook up with Ill Life. He's always wanting to do some music stuff with me, and so
He does fantastic work.
I need to do that stuff for sure. And yeah, so it's just fun stuff,
Get
guys.
with it,
Fun
man.
stuff. Look, we are literally a little over a week away from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Can you believe that? Literally a little over a week away.
It's crazy to think about. Like, and I'm not saying what I'm about to say like that. This is not putting Jarvo on blast. It's just funny. It's a funny, interesting thing to show how far all of us have kind of come in certain respects when it comes to. I'm sure he'd appreciate that phrasing as well. Now that I realize it, but the point is, on I think it was his main channel, he had put out a video back in 2019. You can find it. It's called, like, it's literally titled "The Snyder Cut is Dead." Like, it was like there was some like vague post from some executive or something had kind of basically said it was what everybody knew it really wasn't. Like, it was kind of like it made it out to be sort of like, oh, it's unfinished. It's it's not going to be ever filmed or anything like that. It's amazing to think 2 years ago, because I had said to him as well, I'm like, I was in the same boat. I'm like, oh yeah, it's unfortunate we're not going to get the thing. And now to think we are, 10 days Eastern Standard, 10 days away from seeing this thing. You guys are a week away from seeing this thing. It is incredible, the entire movement and everything that has happened in between. It is one of the most incredible things, I think, as a fan of anything in this realm, to have witnessed. It's
an incredible story of people coming together and like petitioning for something and combining in a love for something that gets a lot of public scrutiny and criticism, and a lot of what we believe unfairly, and people just fighting for a good cause. And you add on to the suicide prevention, which is the main thing. It's just how much money the community has raised.
At Batman v Superman, the AFSP had a whole thing right before the movie and everything, where because all the proceeds from
I saw that.
BVS Comes Home went to AFSP, and so they had a whole presentation, which was wonderful to see. So look, guys, we've come so far.
Seeing also in mainstream Hollywood, when Zack Snyder received the Valiant Award from the Hollywood Critics Association this year, I guess he was the inaugural recipient. He had mentioned the stuff that the movement had done, booking things in Times Square, like as far as like the release the Snyder Cut, putting banners up or bus posters in San Diego, flying a plane with the release the Snyder Cut banner over Warner Brothers.
The fans have been amazing.
And then he also mentioned it wasn't just about the movie. He also mentioned the movement became about something more when he said those same posters, those same billboards went to start, fighting for, awareness and for funds for the AFSP. And I thought that was so awesome that not only do us as fans get to see it, but the industry gets to see it too.
Exactly.
Yeah. And this sums it all up, and I think this is a great way to go out, folks. It's crazy to be a part of this whole thing with y'alls. Like,
what a long, strange trip it's been, but
this thing that has brought us all together. I mean, just the fact this guy is sitting next to me right here in the Poindexter Lounge is because of this, and so So, anyways, man, it has been so good to have you here for the last few days.
It's been great to hang out with you guys and your family and get to know all you guys more. I finally got to meet Logan.
Yes, this was the second time he'd been here. Like, ACS was here even last week and still didn't get to meet Logan. Oh no, he did get to meet Logan last week.
I got to hang out with Landon quite a bit and got to know Tiff a bit more, and of course get to know you real good in a long car ride for 20 hours in the car. But no, this is a very, very fun trip. I'm very, very glad that it worked out. And again, with the new job I'm getting, hopefully I can make more frequent trips like this, because like this is awesome.
Absolutely. Well, you know that you are welcome anytime, man.
And same to you guys. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If you ever want to end up going to humid Virginia, you know who to stop by.
There you go.
Yes,
But just in case there's somebody out there who for some reason doesn't know where to find you, Dawson.
I mean, I'm kind of a big deal.
Where can they find
you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at NIMW32.
I feel like to take you out, like I gotta like take myself out, so I can't.
But yeah, check me out on Twitter and Instagram at NIMW32. Also check me out on Vero at Dawson Weidrich, and check out my YouTube channel, Nerdy in Many Ways. Again, we're posting a lot of new content. It's been past couple of days been kind of sparse just because I've been out here and having a lot of fun and doing a lot of cool things. But there'll be some great videos coming up soon, including an entire video compilation of our tour of the Superman Museum, which is going to be a great video.
Yes.
I had a lot of great help from a family friend who let me use their GoPro, right? Which was awesome to be able to film things with that. And then we're doing the whole what if Supergirl was in the DCEU video, again, with the help of Mask of Shy and Ill Life, and as well as Hussein from Livecast. He did a great job helping with the story for that.
What's up, Hussein?
And we got a lot of cool things in the works. Going to have a lot of good streams this week. And then, start work and, do the best of both worlds.
And I will just tell you this. Once we get on the other side of Zack Snyder's Justice League, Dawson and I have got some stuff for you that is going to be pretty cool.
Indeed.
It'll be very, very cool. Very cool. Brian, where can people find you, sir?
You can find me on all 3 major platforms. That's Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at Brian Master of None. I'm still in the process of doing a video with regards to the speculation game, as it were. It's an evolving project. I'll get started, and then I'm like, oh, and then I'll have to go back and rewrite a whole bunch of stuff. So it's I don't know.
As a writer, I get it.
Totally manic, I guess. It's just like I'm all over the place. So eventually we'll see something.
Sure.
But in the meantime, I start work tomorrow. So I'm
Nice.
Well, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. And you can find TW here on our streams. You can find him out there, helping Jarbo with all of his videos.
On his pay stub.
I gotta start going over to other people's streams and start recommending and shouting out you guys because
it'd be nice. It'd be nice, be a change of pace.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about Jarbo anymore. Everybody's over it.
I mean, he's gone, so we can say that.
We can go to Jarbo all we want. No, man. So you got anything to share with us where people can find you, TW?
Not much for YouTube, but if you guys want to find me as far as, having a conversation or just want to, have a little talk or something, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, or Reddit at TWMcKay, all one word, 34.
Yes, I did. I kidnapped Dawson, and he loved every minute of it.
Blink if you're in danger, Dawson.
Hey, man, Dawson is family. Dawson is family for sure.
Yeah, same.
Dawson is you.
Absolutely.
Dawson is me in the future. Or I'm
in the past.
He's in the past. I'm in the future.
You're getting the timelines mixed up, Enosh.
I know, and then I took like a weird snapshot photo of me as an old man. So then,
So what, Dad?
Yeah. So yes, a toast for friendship, and I kidnapped the creek. So there you go. So hey guys, look. It's been a wonderful, awesome week. Lots of stuff. We didn't even get into talking about the storyboards. I mean, the storyboards came out. Dawson and I had a whole discussion. If you guys want to, nobody watched it because Zach and Ray Porter went on the Film Junkie. So if you want to watch that, you can find our Friday night discussion right here on the channel where it's our drive home. It says on our way back from the Superman Museum. We actually talked about the storyboards in the car in great detail, and we actually disagreed on some things. And actually,
we're no longer friends anymore.
Nope. After watching BVS actually on Saturday, it even solidified my feelings even more. I was just like yes. No, I don't like that.
That's how he was like watching the Lois Lane bath scene. He was like yes.
Nope. I don't buy that at all. No. Batman and Lois together. Nope. Nope.
Oh, that was
okay.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Like maybe before Clark shows up, You know, in
when you're getting to part 3 story, like part 2, I get. When you're getting to part 3, the end of that storyboards.
No, especially after watching Superman die in Batman v Superman and the way that she is with him.
Can't go there.
I just can't go there. I feel that like that would absolutely happen, that they may date like socially, have gone out on a couple of dates or whatever, because that's canon. And that's actually been written into many comic books where they knew each other before, Bruce Wayne and Lois knew each other and went on a couple of dates. You know what? And that's fine because I respect people who have that opinion,
And but speaking of Superman, the one thing I'm hoping for, on an unrelated note to the storyboards, I'm hoping for this, and I hope they announce it at Comic-Con this year. This year is the 25th anniversary of Superman the Animated Series, which is a very underrated series. Everyone talks about Batman.
It's coming on HBO Max the 17th,
which is awesome. I am hoping for, because it's never been released on Blu-ray, I am hoping for a Blu-ray announcement or something, please, because it's so underrated, and a lot of people... I hope that a lot of people see it because it opened up the DC animated universe to everybody. I mean, you had Batman and Gotham, but Superman the animated series have introduced Supergirl. You see Barry Allen, you see Kyle Rayner, you see Darkseid for the first time. You get to see all these Orion as well. There's so much amazing stuff, and I hope that
there's a lot of great things in that, a lot of great things going forward, even with Justice League and all those. I mean, that whole cartoon universe is absolutely fantastic. So I would just say this. That wasn't the one I was wanting to bring up. Why in the world did I bring that? Why in the world did I bring that up? I was curious. Here's the great thing about this is we can all have differences of opinions. Yeah. Right. We can all like different things. We can all disagree civilly. We can all disagree civilly and still like each other and still get along and still have conversations and still agree that, hey, you know what? I love Zack Snyder. I love his vision. And, if that had been his vision come to life, then I would have watched it and I would have formed my opinion then, because maybe there would have been something that would have been fleshed out in it that
I love Ill Life's recommendation of doing the storyboards as a what if. That's a cool idea.
There you go. So the thing is we can say sometimes, well, like, I wouldn't like that. We've dealt with this recently with like different Superman fans and stuff, saying like, you can't do this, can't do that, whatever. But the thing is, in reality is, there may be something on the surface that we go, I don't like that. But then maybe when we see it play out, we go, oh, you know what? That makes a lot more sense. Yeah. And I actually like that idea, and I can, get behind it. So you never know. Like I always say, like, let things play out. Yeah. Be told the story instead of thinking that you can fix the story, or that you have to fix the story, or that you are in some position where you can dictate to everybody else who wrote the story or who heard the story that somehow you're smarter. If you like fan fiction, write your fan fiction. But we were just having this conversation the other day. Don't go into it thinking, well, I'm going to fix something. Just write what you love. Write what's on your mind and put it out there. Yeah. Right. Let's have good conversations and let's have some fun within the fandom that we are. That being said, guys, I always say this. Well, first of all, thank you to all of my moderators in the chat. Thank you guys for the hard work that you do. Really appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys keeping everything civil in there and keeping an eye on everything. Love you guys. Thank you. Also, I forgot at the beginning, it's been a while since I've done a live stream, dude. Because we've been on the road. Thank you to all of our members of the channel. You guys are fantastic and awesome. I can't thank you guys enough. You keep the lights on around here and keep things going. And then, of course, also all of our Patreon supporters, all of our patrons. You guys are fantastic as well. And I'm so thankful for you guys and what you guys mean to the channel. And don't forget, everyone who is either a member or a patron or gives a super chat this month, leading up to Zack Snyder's Justice League on the 18th, on the 17th, guess what? We're going to give this away.
In other words, I'm stealing it before I leave.
Well, you are a member,
You are a member. He does qualify.
And a patron.
He is a patron. That's true.
There's 2 entries in that hat, sir.
I'm just saying, but no, I mean, not no. Yes, he is. But the thing is
he doesn't get it.
Yeah, right. But you can't get it. No, everyone actually, because there's when people win something, they're kind of put at the, hey, we'll get back to them. So it gives everybody a fair chance to win something, and that we like that. But everybody who is this will definitely be a part of this giveaway. And so you're going to get The Death of Superman. You're going to get World Without a Superman. You're going to get The Return of Superman. And of course, the 3-part book, the 3 parts of Superman Doomsday, Hunter Prey. And then you're getting some other books. You're getting the first couple appearances of Hank Henshaw, Cyborg Superman. I don't know if I'm going to give away that book that I bought today. I've never read that book. It's the Doomsday Wars, where Doomsday comes back, and I might. If you guys coerce me and you're really good to me in the next couple of days, the next week or so, we may give that one away too. I don't know, but you know what? I'll tell you what. We found out this book is worth a whole lot more than I even realized this book was worth this week, man. Seeing this around town and different things. So this is going to be a hefty giveaway to somebody, and you can be a part of it. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We really, really appreciate you. Thank you, Brian and TW, for being here, and thank you to Jarbo and Tony for joining us tonight, and to everyone in the chat. You guys make this all worth doing. So look forward to a wonderful week of streaming. We'll be streaming. We'll be having fun. We'll definitely be talking about a lot of stuff. I'm sure this guy will be back on. I'm sure these guys will be back on in some form this week. And don't forget Thursday night, of course, 2 Cents on Nonsense at 9 p.m. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good time. Don't forget the associate producer song drops this week. So be looking for that as well. Like I say, always treat everybody with respect. Don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. Don't tell somebody that their fandom doesn't matter either. But treat people with respect, with love, with kindness. Go on road trips when you can, and have fun. And if you do that,
play foosball with your friends.
Exactly. There'll always be a place for you here in the Poindexter Lounge. Till next time, stay nerdy. Bye-bye.